try and find success here. They're making the role swaps, making last-minute switches, and it is paying off for them so far, but it has to continue, especially after this match.
Yeah, Cloud9 have really come into their form in this tournament. The question is whether or not they can keep the momentum going against a very game and prepared 100 Thieves.
More than welcome to do so.
Now let's bring out their opponents in this matchup, their NA rivals. Make some noise for 100 Thieves!
All right.
100
Sorry,
Thieves.
we're a little
they have
late,
so
chat.
much
Had
to
to
prove
get my
on the
thumbnail
line. They
done.
have these two players coming in from tier 2 from that TSM
Had to get my
roster,
thumbnail
and
done, and
such a strong
similar
roster with
situation
all
the
these
last time.
individual players,
A lot
they've
of the
slowed
Valorant
down a
teams
little
don't
bit
have
within
good
the last
pictures
couple
of
weeks,
their
but
players.
they're looking to kind of regurgitate a lot
Like
of
the
that
Thieves,
creativity to make sure
bless
they pull
up.
it out
Thank
in
you,
the end.
Thieves.
For Cryo and
Gotta
Oxen
give
are
you
the
guys
players
your
that
credit
were
where
there
credit is
last
due
year.
here.
This matchup brings
Thieves
up
have
memories.
pictures of
Cloud9 beat them
all
in
the
a very
players
similar
individually in
position
high
to deny them a
quality,
chance of
perfect
making
for
a run
making a thumbnail.
to Paris champions. Now here,
Every
new
other
rookies around them with a
Valorant team
new
that I have
game
looked
plan, a
up
new coach
doesn't have
trying
that.
to redefine themselves.
At least to where
against
I've been able
Cloud9,
to
who has
find it.
gone back on players
we're
they've
live
had in
now.
the past, is
We're
reiterated
rocking.
on the team that already exists. Stu
We're
squads really
rocking.
stand in contrast to their off-season approach.
It really could only end this way between Cloud9 and 100 Thieves. Their journey, their paths have crossed so many times. Speaking of, though, where they're going to be fighting at, we gotta
Pearl
split,
get our
and
tweet
if
out as
necessary,
well.
taking a trip over to Abyss. Emily, what do we make of these maps?
I'm really surprised that 100 Thieves haven't stuck with their perma-ban on Abyss here, kind of floating that, leaving that up for grabs, and we see it's going to be a third map. But starting off
That's a bait.
That's a bait? You think that was a
trap.
bait? Okay,
That's
well,
a trap.
They fell for it. Almost. But no, I think starting off strong with Pearl. Cloud9 has looked really good on it in the past. You know, we saw that in week 3. And now with these new kind of comps and role swaps, I think that they're going to find a lot of success here. Still have that adaptation. Still have that great mid-round calling from Zelsis. And it's up to 100 Thieves to put a stop to it.
Do you think they're changing anything up?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
I don't know. I think their comp is good. I feel like what Cloud9 tends to do is less so like wholly chop and changing compositions and generally just coming in with more specific game plans. But I also don't think it would be impossible for them to do it, especially with a weak turnaround. For 100 Thieves, though, I think my biggest questions for this team has been playing on the maps where they aren't running the Sage, Veto, that kind of combination. The maps where they are highly reliant on the solo waylay of Timo Tino. And I think Pearl, Bind, those are the maps that are the
Yeah, my
greatest
bad,
example
Destiny.
of that. And we're starting off with
My
the
bad
Pearl
for
here, where
making you
I think a lot
nervous.
of pressure is going to be on Timo to show us that man who came in swinging to the start of this stage, was so absolutely excellent in his utility usage on that agent, and bring back to that form.
I think
Yo,
too,
what's
it
up,
counts
Jusso?
on I'm kind of expecting Cryo to be a big reason
Especially
for why
defense.
they let this. Yeah, exactly. Especially defense. A lot of those long angles that he could just hold it down with an op, especially if he is on that chamber or that veto. But this comp makes sense. I think this is the same comp that they played last time. Celsius on the KO. He's been looking really good. I mean, last week on the KO, he looked really good too.
Yeah, I love how many tools they have to set Oxy up with these KO comps. I think they did a great job there. And the Vito coming in for Cryo. That one is going to be really exciting to get to watch again.
Yeah, see, the one thing I'm looking out for here is when we see C9 play Pearl in the past, they're not scared to fight. I think it's going to be an absolute brawl for space here on this map, and it's whoever comes out on top.
Get ready for a barn burner, folks. This is going to be a good one. Let's
Stop
head on
moving
over
the
to the
camera.
first
I'm trying to
pistol
get
of
the map
weekend.
set.
And to your casters
Damn,
here.
my bad. I
over
would have been
at
locked
Lion.
in,
Pick up your
Destiny.
thunderstick, buddy.
I would have been locked in.
To say this is an important match for both these teams, of course,
Let's
would
see.
be an understatement. The last time that 100 Thieves and Cloud9
I could probably
played
pull
each
it
other,
up.
it was Cloud9 knocking 100 Thieves out in that lower bracket stage 2 finals, the matches that could have qualified them for champions.
Let me see if I can
There's a
pull it
grudge
up
to
on here.
settle
We got our
for
tweet out, so
sure.
we're all
No
locked
shortage
in
of
now.
those here. And these two teams are still trying to reach for that spot in Santiago, but they know literal world champion awaits them on the other side of this match. It's a long day, they've got to lock in, and it all starts on Pearl.
Sadly for one of these two teams, they'll be going out in a similar position of the bracket that they always seem to go out in. Two teams that make us believe, make the fans believe, and come up so close, yet so short. We'll have to see who's going to be able to step up today, cross that mental hurdle.
Okay,
and
Destiny, we got Pearl map 1, as you can see.
Pearl, where last we saw Cloud9,
We got
they had
Split
Demon
map
One,
2,
the playing chamber, who was just
and then Abyss
torching the teams they
would
went up
be the
against,
map 3.
Leviathan, and then against Envy in that crazy 2018 game where he dropped 1 million kills. So Oxy now filling those shoes.
100 Thieves were successful on this map against Loud. Pretty one-sided affair already.
Win 2, lose 2, and C9 won the last one.
Expect no different from this comp that high mobility.
So, Jesso, are you saying you're thinking that it's going to be a Cloud9?
This is two of the only teams in Americas that like to play KO on this map.
Is that what you're thinking?
Coming through from Oxy. Obviously, that trip is down. Cryo not alive.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
Has to tend to this angle. Oh, that timing is
2v2 already. We're locked in now.
He had his head turned in that direction, but not able to recover. And there's Oxy. I'm sure, keenly aware of the fact that, you know, Demon won in instead.
Still no pistol round for the Thieves, but what's new?
He returns to the Roost knowing he's got to continue to deliver that high level of play.
I think it's cool as well that it gets Penny in a position to just focus on playing Duelist.
Damn, Zelsa's got the Sentinels thing on his skin still.
Exec, but that's a nice little kill from Zelsa, actually. That little peek at the end, even things up.
Team Liquid is in Rivals now.
Start with some energy.
Yep, Zelsa's doing what he does, bringing energy to a team that I feel like these are the
just so we almost never win pistol. It's more of a rarity like to win
who
pistol.
is going to have the unwavering
Yo, what's
confidence.
Good, Clifton?
I think at times C9 were lacking that in situations like this previous years. Maybe he'll be the recipe. Just
had to drop him in Val and CS, now Rivals.
As a player with his
were they your
team
team before the Thieves? Is that why you're saying that, Destiny?
Just realized that Cloud9 aren't all that invested into A main, but they did leave Oxy there with an Outlaw. So Timo ends up walking up into the line now. They'll try and flood in.
Nothing Cryo's going to be able to do there.
Negated. Oxy finds a second before folding back here on 100 Thieves. Really have very little to show on this anti-eco.
That's right.
Not a thing. That was
anti-eco, not much you could do there.
For Cloud9, but obviously if you're 100 Thieves, you can't invest a thing on these round 2s anymore because the Outlaw
not much,
is so prominent.
Not much they got going on there. That's all right.
Those heavy armors.
Kind of what you expect when you lose that first pistol round.
Maybe Zelsa's getting close, Oxy getting close.
Oxy's already starting off hot though. He's 4-0.
I do think for
I feel like that's probably not a good thing for the Thieves. Cryo's 0-2, also not a good thing for the Thieves.
And in terms of A main, looks like we might have an early clash there, depending on how aggro C9 want to play.
We'll see here, though.
Just going to
boys have guns this time.
They're swamped by some early util.
100 Thieves do invest a flash there, just in case. Like the previous round, Oxy was posted.
You can see the rotations now from C9, heavily focused on A, with Oxy pushed up on B, and they have that trip over at the B-side link, so...
No way!
Wow.
Down to 10 HP, but
Cryo got that pick?
And you can see the Tejo now
I thought he was as good as dead there. I knew he was going to slow peek it, and we've seen that way too many times.
1 minute to play with no need to overcommit right now.
Yeah, Timo just probing there at A main. It never looked like a
welcome, Vivi. Welcome. Good to see you.
In the works.
Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well in chat, really.
Still now angling himself over towards this B side of the map. They know, of course, that they've got this.
Thieves looking to bring it over to B here.
Doesn't quite know where to put himself on B. He's the only player here.
They only have a Teo, and he's kind of moving over to mid here.
Vora does love to call on attack.
They already killed the chamber, so they don't have to worry about a trip or anything.
The other side of the map for a really big exec. You know, sometimes if they have
like Cloud9's probably just going to play this retake here.
And they've left this very late in the round, but it has paid off. Zephyr ended up drifting back over to the majority.
This is a wide open site here for the Thieves. You have numbers advantage too. I mean, Cryo is only 10 HP though, so he might get picked.
This is going to be difficult for C9, man down.
But Thieves have the weapons, so
to work with. That full
this should be a Thieves round here as long as they lock in.
Calls, try and nullify that angle so they can get some space and fight. Great entry from Zephyr.
Ooh, Cryo not very healthy at 10, but still able to find yet another one in this round. It's wild how easily Timo was handled there. Bulldog kill of all things.
There we go.
Now, though, those longer range weapons playing towards B-Long itself. Going to make it pretty hard to get to grips with this spike, and Vic kind of knows that he's perched
I don't think
up
they have time here
at this point. Especially with his Astro util in the post plant. Nothing to be done.
Do give up a good amount of guns here, but
he's emerged with 2 rifles.
Yeah, a little bit of
Thieves get around,
but that's nice
and they stick with 2 guns.
They lose a couple players close. I like C9 on the re-entry there. They got a lot of value from the Initiator utility to fight back Halls, but ultimately 100 Thieves just have great stall utility. You saw
Oh, Destiny, the C9 COD team, I feel bad for them. To be honest, if I were a challenger player, I wouldn't have even. I would have said, nah, you guys got to find somebody else.
Makes it very hard for C9 to push up long.
I just wonder how long Cloud9 could have gone without fielding a roster.
Armor to have a glass cannon early, a fight, but Penny is punished.
You know what I mean? Like,
the game now, Zeppa trying to push up in his stead.
That would have been kind of entertaining.
Zeppa's going to have to be satisfied with that, and it's enough to stave 100 Thieves away from this A main direction.
Dude, it's just so funny because like the more that comes out about C9 COD, the worse it gets.
It's just jiggling right now off of that trip that is broken.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, shout out to Bush for being able to do that. But
was well placed for him.
That's wild.
What is the move here from 100 Thieves? Looks like they want to pivot into this A split.
Oh yeah, this major is only 10 teams. I don't understand why they're doing that though. Is this like, are there going to be some AM teams or something? Or is this really just
Cloud9 can set up a pitch on the side
and that's
it. Rotators playing from Secret and Flowers.
Ooh, wasn't able to get the grab here.
To win the fight here. Flash around the corner. Able to find Vori. He was completely blind to it.
That's a great little double swing from C9, but
Thieves are already on site though.
And now Zeppa in a bit more of an uncomfortable situation. He's really going to need his teammates to be able to provide some noise, some cover for him to get something done. But 100 Thieves making the correct decision, pathing backside, flipping the map, and planting
3v3 retake here. Oxy has an op.
Zeppa now realizing
could make things scary. Bang's a little weak as well already.
These players.
Yeah, because of that plan, they've basically made this Zeppa position worthless. It's no longer a flank. It's not a backstab. Everyone coming from the front for C9.
No command timing from Arsenal. They want to get in and shut down any of this. Retake util. Around the corner, little lob there on that fragment, but it's going to be Zeppa finding his third of the round. Cloud9 up on the spike here, of course. Crabwell would have made it an issue. It's up to Bang. Time is short. Time of the essence.
Oh my gosh, Bang just went huge.
Tail between the legs, Oxy walks off.
With 1 HP,
he went for that last shot, trying to kill Bang as well, so the op is gone.
Bang had 1 HP on that clutch.
He would have narrowly escaped.
You're right. He does not have
we love Bang over here.
Insult to injury. I'm sure he gets an ult orb.
100 Thieves there really playing the map well. Flipping it here, and again,
it's a 3-day event.
Asuna and Bang alive, much like that round we just saw him be. They have a lot of stuff.
They act like they couldn't get through those games,
First it's that Molly, and yeah, even though C9 were getting the kills towards Secret, Bang is just relaxed over in Flowers at the same time. Has the grab well ready to go.
Like freeze-dried fruits.
That's super well done. 100 Thieves are making some great decisions here.
For me, it's just like
early timeout for Cloud9. I mean, just to bring us back to how that round went. It looked like in the post-fire, 100 Thieves would be relatively well set up with 2 players over in A main, but one dies to Arsena spraying just through a smoke. At that point, 100 Thieves can sort of set up in that backside, make a retake impossible because their Astra's still in the game. And frankly, the rotate into the side from C9 was pretty late.
Yeah, for C9, we're going to need to see them not get baited into too many really big rotates, because
we need to drop the franchise and add promotion and demotion. Yeah, I think there needs to be like relegation and stuff. I definitely think relegation needs to be a part of Call of Duty.
Anti-bonus round, where they drew everybody away from that B site and they were able to get it.
It's either that or I think that. I don't know, because the hard part is, I've mentioned this before, obviously you have teams who have bought into the league, right? And
0 point thrown in there.
That will make things kind of difficult regarding,
that is a big one.
You know, say Bush, right? Say Bush is able to get promoted, and we'll say Cloud9 gets relegated, right? Then it's kind of unfair to Cloud9 because Cloud9 bought the spot in the first place.
I feel like it's hard enough to
but C9,
if you get the first pick,
C9 bought the spot in the first place. Bush didn't. But they also kind of deserve the spot because they're actually trying to win. They're trying to compete. They're trying to get better.
For the defenders.
But you're not going to force Bush to buy the spot if C9 is forced to get relegated, because if Bush isn't able to buy a spot or they don't want to buy a spot, then that wouldn't work.
I mean, I think they're questioning if they even want to go for this.
I don't know.
Spike at this point. see if
it should definitely be a LAN league, though, especially at this point.
They're just going to
every team is in Texas.
Well, actually, I say that, but 100 Thieves are going forward, so maybe some guns will be lost here.
0 point there, quite illuminating.
These guys want to get their ults. They're both one orb away, Cryo and Teemo, so
dangerous.
They don't care if they live or die right now.
All right, flashes out here. Cryo's going to find his second. Ends up being a 2-for-2 trade, but again, extra ult orbs for 100 Thieves, and C9 will make sure they perish.
Okay, Thieves get a couple picks.
That was after a C9 timeout, but we're likely to see the fruits of that sidebar in this round.
100 Thieves' economy is definitely not out of control,
I think
but they feel like it was
just so the only one that I would argue would be
the evolution and the convergent paths coming into this round. And I can't blame them, because as you just mentioned, this is the
I think Omit,
out of timeout
you could argue, deserves a
deserves
spot just as much as
significant ults of their own, so
as the Stallions do,
tool available to
in my
them.
opinion.
Looks like they want to just go for a fast B play here.
At least from a lot of the stuff that I've seen and I've heard about Omit, like they're another team that has consistently fed the league with Challengers players, like good Challengers players.
Awkward.
So I think at some point Omit would be a team that would deserve a spot in that regard as well.
Walk up on the pillar.
Okay, Convergent Pass also going to be committed to this fight. Timotino gets into Hall. Zelsa's playing him with the smokes for the time being, but he is suppressed. He was noted earlier.
See here.
Probing for
got a lot of util coming out.
And so Zelsa gets out of the sight.
Both Convergent
Dude, Pearl is just like a util fest.
Able to capitalize and get one kill.
I know it happens on like any map, but
that's too good, man. Zeppa, you're going to have to do more
it's pretty
to
crazy
get the better
on
of him in that situation. Or even though in numbers. Now command active, Zelsa's preparing for a retake.
Look at this crossfire though, bang ready to swing from Lincoln for up close.
Ooh, the flash was huge. Penny couldn't see the wood for the trees. And now it's on Zelsa's 55 health.
Huge.
Not a breath in his lungs.
Another round win for the Thieves.
For 100 Thieves to win a swing round in this first half.
That's so what, 5 in a row for the boys?
From them after getting the spike down, despite having used all of their ultimates just to
Hector literally said he would host it. That's what I'm saying, Hoodie. Like I don't get why they wouldn't do a LAN league at this point. They should just do like what Optic was saying on their podcast, where they were talking about like just have it be like the teams go and play at someone's
walking into like a triple crossfire setup basically.
I don't know what you would call it. Their home or their home turf, like whether it's the Hex Quarters, the Thieves compound, whatever.
Still super winnable for them.
And have
because Cloud9 have got no interest in fighting.
Have them just play from there and have it be a LAN match, even though it's the online qualifier or whatever.
So how does this?
Because pretty much every team is in Texas already, so it doesn't really make sense. Like Valorant, just about every team for NA is in LA, right? Because that's where they play out of. They play out of the Riot Studios or whatever.
Now, does Cryo want to activate earlier?
Does CDL ever go back to 5v5? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think the whole reason they went back to 4v4 was because they gave 5v5 a try and it wasn't it.
I like that flash over top into the Prowler.
I also think financially speaking, that's one more player per team that you have to be able to afford.
C9 have vacated the site. Look at how layered these executes are from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, the Haunt just cleared
not something that
knows full well.
teams want to do.
They went over towards that dugout direction, and I mean, Celsius doesn't see a whole lot. Here's the tour de force though getting involved. Oxy's posted.
It also means it's another way to split
and Zeppa gets again,
split money when you win tournaments.
Falling back over towards this mid direction now. He's going to have his hands full in a moment.
Not that that matters as much as like the competitiveness. Oh my god.
Oh,
what? These are getting all the kills.
Always critical in these late round moments. Penny has it all to do. Jump peek punish. Cryo was low. Penny can have this.
Nice.
Cryo's not about that life.
That's 5 rounds in a row for the Thieves.
What a great setup from 100 Thieves. They get all of their players.
Dude, they just got all the kills there at the end.
Yeah, and then after the fact in the post plant, they're able to get 3 players over towards Art with the spike planted for them in Art. Oh, dude, the grapple is so
Space Station, I think, should come into COD too. I was saying it last stream, I believe. The teams that I would like to see would be like United, Envy,
after making it to
Space Station,
But
I think they said Fnatic was interested.
Suffice to say, things have not gone to plan at all so far. It's just a Vandal for Roxy.
I don't know other teams that would be interested, but Sentinels, if Sentinels would be interested in Call of Duty, I think that would be a good addition.
Cross-cut away just in time as the relay bolts
there's some orgs that I think it would be cool to have in the Call of Duty League.
On this B side.
I think we need to have a 16-team league, though. You got to get to 16. I feel like that's like the perfect number. That's the perfect number.
Now the Cryers return to the fold. 100 Thieves are grouped up, maybe to muscle their way
16
back
and up,
into
I should say.
Zephyr in attendance.
Because then if you start like cutting teams out for tournaments, like what this coming major is going to be, that would be reasonable. All right, let's lock into some Valorant. Let's lock into some Valorant here. We're talking about COD while we're watching Valorant. We got to lock in, chat.
Yeah, no present through mid connector, so you can easily A split from Q.
Exactly, just so. Exactly.
Might be the move. You can also split. Yeah. Go art.
C9 are making the right call. They're getting players over towards the A side, but there's still.
He's got 25 seconds here.
Right now.
They're hard committing A.
But this gets harder and harder now as 100 Thieves get closer. Hammer approaches Anvil. Zephyr at 30 in the corner. They've been looking for that every single time. Sam's right there through the wall. Vic on the other side of the divide. He's about to meet the shorty. Vora.
Oh my gosh, Vora's in like such a weird spot here.
Sit in this tiny little pocket. And Bang is on the wraparound. This could be.
Bang is on a rewrap. This is big.
That's the hero rifle being passed around. Bang sees it all.
Huge.
Every reality.
Huge wrap from Bang, and he gets 3. Oh, what a play.
Just fizzles out of existence.
What a play.
All of his flank timings have been perfect in the post pass. C9 have in no situation been ready for him, and you have to credit the rest of the team.
I really don't think like COD is dead. I think it's just the
this round, but
like the online matches. No one cares about the online matches.
Setting him up with just creating so much.
I think the tournaments still get like decent viewership.
But
that flank is enabled by
but that's the thing. Like they stray too far away from like just consistently having tournaments for Call of Duty.
Whatsoever that late in the round.
Like,
Ox is going.
I know all
the well with the operator.
The older players talk about like back in their day they had all these things, but it's true. Like they had so many events, they had so many tournaments to play in, even if it was online tournaments. Like tournaments just make it better.
Ultimates to play with right now for either team.
Yeah, the boys are looking clean so far. 6 in a row after losing the pistol and the eco.
Fragmore rotates over to B. I'm not.
Or I guess an anti-eco for them.
Penny had just made his way over there off that A site. Prowler now through.
Getting some intel on A here.
You imagine is very wary for the presence of this chamber. Okay, not going to win it out this time. Oxy does his job. Now he's able to focus.
He was in such a weird spot. He was probably going to get some weird timing there.
Timo gets in a dugout.
Bora gets a trade though.
Saturate ahead of him.
The help of Asuna and Bang.
Timely smoke, but that's going to be removed now. And as it comes down, Zephyr again finds crucial
trades underway.
And Oxy,
trades are enabled.
With an op, he's going to have to
Vora is super weak
into
here.
A decent position, but Vora could
if Vora can creep up and hit that re-wrap,
to make a play, do something proactive. Has the Nightfall if he wants to even send that. I mean, that would be ridiculous to send from the flank, but
he has the timing. It's perfect.
He gets one at least. 1v1.
Makes it a 1-for-1. But Bang gets to sit back. Clutch master this game on all of his post-part util.
Old teammates from Sentinels of last year.
Oh, Celsius. That's an important. Bro is already getting out of his seats. A very important round for C9 to win, but Bang has had the upper hand in
what do I stream through? I have Stream Elements, but it's pretty much OBS.
Laughing it off there, pointing back at him.
Stream Elements is kind of ass.
A lot of trials.
I can't lie. I have so many issues with Stream Elements.
Making it to all of the internationals.
I used to do Stream Labs, and then I stopped because I heard it like
struggled with that, and they're trying
not
to get
quite
them back
as
into that position.
good on your computer.
I think both of these teams
like,
really have made
it tends to cause some more problems.
They're on the right path, but at the same time, this America's region has just become so competitive this year.
So I swapped over to Stream Elements.
That they might end
I should have just started with OBS. I thought OBS was like really confusing, but it's really not.
In previous years,
because what I'm using is literally just OBS, and it's
dangerous
actually like
right
pretty
now.
straightforward.
What's else is picking up
There's still a lot of things I don't know regarding that stuff, but you know, I've learned a lot along the way of understanding like OBS and things like that.
Though into art, and there's no util to see this coming.
Taking up a lot of space A here. Bang is kind of just sitting back, though.
Players from C9 attempting to anchor this.
I don't mind this, the attempt at a pincer setup here, but look at where...
Could be a 4v3, but it looks like Zelsis is creeping around the back.
Only catching Zeppa. Time to go. Nice little box spot there, taken up.
Get that rock down.
Timo in position. Vic speculating, wildly speculating through the smoke. Eventually down by Cry, but Penny's tapped himself in this corner. Bang a little low on his activation. Can he find the frag? Yes.
All right, Bang gets a trade, especially right after the ult usage. That's big.
Gets to be brought into
completely wastes Neon's ult.
Zeppa, though, apparently with the wherewithal to bring him back up until Zelsis is knocked down again. Zeppa steps out.
Timo just gets rocked.
With the right click. And again, yes, it's
Bang in a 1v2.
For the umpteenth time this game. Nova Pulse. There needs to be follow-up, though. That's not going to take him off the defuse. Bait the shot.
Yeah, he can't do nothing.
And again, he can't salvage the round for 100 Thieves.
Damn.
I respect the idea, though, trying to stun onto the planter, isolate a 1v1.
Timo just gets caught running away. Just kind of unfortunate there, and then
slightly off.
I don't know who it was that just got rocked by the classic there.
Go get that flank kill play from main. 100 Thieves have
was that Asuna? Yeah, Asuna just got right-clicked.
Timo decided to push forward.
Holy.
He wanted to fight a little more aggro.
He got right-clicked to hell,
Maybe
brother.
Regretting that because he does give up that position in art.
Damn, Vic is 1-7.
A fantastic game, and it's coming in these 1s and 2s, these really important frags under extreme pressure or in retake scenarios.
Does Oxy dare swing out of this one? They're all swinging out. What a shot.
If they're going for it. Lots of targets to choose from.
Slowed.
You'll see 900 Thieves also. Now have to fight for this position along, and it's another swing.
Dude.
Oxy gets up on the line.
Oxy's just ripping with the snipe.
He's out of the round now. Bang has to give account of himself in mid, but unfortunately it's a crossfire he's waddled into. So Asuna would have to take stock of things now. A decent amount of time.
I mean, this would be a crazy 1v3 if Asuna could pull it off. He's got a minute to work with. Somebody's already on the wrap. I don't think he's going to be ready for it.
He's going to obviously hear all of that.
Yeah, Vic should get a freebie here.
Kind of loud. The rest of the team rotating over. Doesn't even matter. Vic has the timing. That was a great little kill from Zelsis.
Vic got a freebie for a second there.
Getting a lot of critique, I think, earlier during this kickoff run for not putting up numbers as an individual. But as per the last series against
letting Cloud9 kind of climb their way back here.
Started shooting.
Don't love that.
Regardless of that, his support play, I think, has been pretty standout, especially when he's on this KO. You can see it right now. He's putting up a lot of assists.
Yeah, these rounds are close.
He's leading the league right now in assists.
I mean, worst we can do is 6-6 half.
Straight up supportive player, and he's talked about wanting to be able to focus on.
Hopefully, we go 7-5.
Shoot people as his primary objective. Just IGL support. He has 2 great duelists on his team to set up. I hear one of them playing Chamber, of course, but
Bora has no shields.
Really added some firepower to this C9 squad that I think was
appears to be
needed, but conversion paths coming through
one of
now.
our disadvantages here outside of ult.
Cosmic Divide as well, so
ult usage as well.
Relegated to vacating this site. Looks like they want to take a timing to get back in off that flash.
Now, there's not a lot of armor around here. Bora is glass cannon essentially. Great fragment from Zelsis. That really slows up that.
He's getting the kills here.
Manala fighting is going to get messy up on the side. Cryo doesn't check his right, and Vic has a shorty of his own.
He might be going for a little bit too much there. Evolution kept him alive in the midst of the Armageddon. But maybe overplaying his hand and regretting it. Bang in another late round situation, facing down 2 players, but Vic with the jump through can't connect those phantom shots.
Oh geez, Vic so mindful of this situation that just a little peek would have been
enough.
Oh,
they almost lined up, bro. They almost lined up.
They'd honestly seen with some excellent stall util to buy themselves time.
Yo, that might be on me. I said Vic only had 1 kill, and then he goes on to get fucking 5 in the next 2 rounds.
Where things were looking
that one might be on me, chat.
Very late into it,
I called out he only had 1, and then he
that was still
went on to get 5.
Scoreline for 100 Thieves at the end of that one.
Oh, which means I think his scoreline is 6-7. Oh no.
I think in a couple
we can't escape it.
Rounds, they had themselves in position to
oh, we can't escape it.
But made mistakes that C9 were able to exploit. Able to even
no way he was 1-7 and found a way to go 6-7 at the half after I called him out. Go 2 rounds, bro. It's inevitable at this point, chat. 6-7 is inevitable. that just.
Can I help you, sir?
Here's the bill
just pissed me off.
where I got my car, and I'd like.
That just pissed me off, chat. Just so I can't tell if this is good that we're losing before halftime or not. Because we always let them get too many rounds in the second half. This time we're letting them stick around in the first half. Hopefully that means we can execute a little better in the second half and close it out. I don't remember. Let me see. I was going to see whose map pick this was. This is Cloud9's map pick. We picked Split. So, you know, this should technically be in favor of Cloud9. Should be. Yo, chat, if you haven't already, you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like the stream. We got 9 people in the stream, but we only got 1 like. We only got 1 like. Sorry, I know I'm a little bit lower energy today. I kind of had dog shit sleep.
Literally had his head in his hands.
I had some dog shit sleep last night. I seriously, it was one of those nights where you just can't fall asleep. You know what I mean? Like, or like when you feel like you fall asleep, it's like you're on the verge of falling asleep, and then you like wake up. And then you get to the verge of falling asleep, and then you wake up. I had that all night last night.
Find their footing. Zeppa looks good. Zelsis in the clutch has been excellent too.
I'm curious to see in this second half.
So I'm a little tired. I slept a little bit this morning.
Cryo on the veto. He was playing the chamber and he was farming, but they
probably not as much as I would need,
over towards this
or as much as I would like.
An agent that they have heavily indexed in. They definitely believe in his place in the meta currently, and they've obviously had success with him.
Do we
elsewhere.
know? So is this more of an offense or defense heavy match?
13-2 with him on chamber getting I think 27
I feel
kills.
like offense.
They still want to switch it up.
I always wonder if it's like, do you just want an agent that doesn't care about Armageddon?
But I honestly don't. I guess maybe. I don't know, dude. I never know.
Slowed down C9. Obviously, Interceptor has been turned on.
I don't have to be concerned about multiple angles, but the awareness is
damn, Destiny, so you got blown up. Your phone got blown up to wake you up.
With Thieves, they don't mind giving up.
Pretty even.
Site. I mean, yeah, you're right. There wasn't.
I mean, that would make sense on why they finished 6-6.
Oh no, that's dangerous. Yeah, swinging.
There we go. Cryo for 3 on the round.
Lined up. Also, they're still just waiting to pop flash out of your head. He's walking into Cryo. Any second now, this flash is coming.
Yeah, all of those angles that you see Cryo had to watch.
Now.
He has
Teemo's taking
dominated.
Kills.
So Penny spotted out, suppressed, and looking pretty lonely.
Ah, the flash came from Austin.
Oh, for a stabbing in. Really oh, no.
As an IGL at that.
Oh,
okay.
no.
Yep. Young Boosty with the knife.
Young Boosty, they said.
Oh, Cryo just completely dominated C9. And you're right, that was a really early
if you're able to eat these, have y'all had these?
There wasn't any pressure onto Cryo
these are,
at the moment.
These are gas.
I have no bullets, I promise.
They are so good.
Dude, I don't believe you, man.
Replay?
Oh,
they're the garlic Parmesan pretzels.
Again, like, you know, Emmy says, the players have to think about it one game at a time. I've got to think about the bigger picture today.
I could demolish
I've got to think
these
about
things.
how our map draft's supposed
and
to go.
I
I've got to think
probably
about
will
condition
later.
the players through what could be.
They are so good.
Right?
These with some hummus too. Pretty good
man.
with hummus.
C9, time to keep it simple. They are just running it down on B.
And look, now it's 6-7 scoreline, dude. What did I say? We can't escape the 6-7. It's inevitable.
The meta game, but no, not going to happen. They will at least seemingly get a plant.
Jeez, at this range.
Oh my god. Teemo's just walking through.
Okay, he's walking and he's killing.
What?
Fracks away, but 2 kills.
What?
Now, Cloud9, of course, once again.
Teemo just walked across the site.
That does feature the Outlaws.
Dealt damage and got 2 kills.
Do not have much to say for themselves here at all. Defuse for Bang, and we'll be off to round number 50.
That was just a free round for the Thieves.
I assume that they want to, they want to go, right? Okay.
Get a couple orbs. Why not?
How did Teemo just walk through the site with nobody trying to even punish him?
Around because
I know it was like smoked off, but
chamber light with the teleports.
He just walked right through as if he was like a Yoru clone or something.
At all, because they're just slow.
It's just super nice because the interceptor stops fragment and it also stops a guided salvo, right? So that space denial for defenders can be negated. Makes it a bit more comfortable up on the side.
Back-to-back round wins for Thieves though in the second half.
Is set up just to allow him to fall back.
Good to see.
I like this from 100 Thieves. They still have the judge. Get up close with him.
Oh, okay. Bora left out to dry. Timo refracts
That's not
back.
great though. Timo
Very
trying to get away.
With that burst of pace now, Timo standing inside a guy to salvos.
Yeah, they were just running down
Timo. Great
Timo.
Sequence of utility from C9. They dismantled that forward play. Okay, bang, long range with the singer. Why not?
Okay, bang for 2.
Zelsa's isolated on account of the molly.
Cryo gets 1.
Happening?
Oh my gosh.
Foxy and Vic now with it all to do. You can see in this post plant though, and Oxy just wants to be about his business. Fair enough. He and Vic cleaned up the round. One that looked like it.
I mean, good damage out of the Thieves though. They take some guns away.
Completely stabilized that. I can't believe 100 Thieves made that so close. C9 had a really excellent assault into that site that started with A main, the pop flash out, multi-swing. They forced Timo back. Vora's isolated. This was all
We used Vito ult right there.
And then when they pressure onto Timo, they have the perfect missiles for him backside. They're fast on the execute, but
some really nice pop flashes on the side for us, and it kind of sets it up, and it looked like Zephyr was.
So that part does kind of suck.
That A cycle quarter.
All good though. They have the stable hands of Vic and Oxy. Cryo pushed up alone right now.
Getting cross cut away.
Oh my God! Cryo just got 3.
That is scary.
They do get a res though.
You don't see that all that often. Dirty stuff from Cryo. Picked up 2. Obviously, Zelsa is able to be dragged to his feet and sent out again.
Picked up 2, he wouldn't have been able to leave because of the ult.
Gosh.
Again, just like, you're so slow to teleport, turn around, find it.
Too bad he had KO ult.
Slowly vaporize and get over there. Like,
would have been a 2v4.
You can't get out with a no command.
Again, and that is something we talked about, this switch over towards the veto for 100 Thieves on this map.
Austin has pushed up super far B side though, so if they start the wrap, I feel like Austin should be able to start hearing them.
And then with all the action in A main, just takes the space. So 100 Thieves can readjust to heavily focusing on A, leave Timo to just watch.
Hopefully they are aware though that
Cryo down,
there's no way to check A cut.
But ultimately they'll be very ready for this A execute when it does come in.
And they're aware now. We've had 3 stars deployed.
And by the way, when it does come in, Vora could throw a haunt. They could try to spam onto the planter, seize the planter. There's going to be so
Austin
much.
Austin has kind of got to go here.
Okay, the timing of that sends it over to Art, and there's a bit of spray.
Unless he just goes down to the spam himself.
Yeah, probably just needs to put a lid on it for the time being. Timo could find a timing to punish the planter. Vora again.
Austin's got to go, man.
Speculating. So no risk of those traces being picked up. A Phantom, but still.
There we go. Okay.
Wraps around. Pretty decent timing for us and a pretty easy kill.
There we go.
On Zelsis, who has a wrap of his own.
Zelsis has a wrap though.
Bora dealt with, but he was very low. 12 health now. Fragment's going to keep Zelsis
molly.
out of the fight. This
good molly.
And mirrors.
That's a great molly from Asuna there. Keeps him away. Can't check bomb.
Both these KOs have been throwing out some great util throughout this game.
I was getting nervous with how long Asuna was taking on that flank, but
retake util or like fast hit stuff.
It worked out. He got there. He got there when he needed to get there. That's why I sit and watch.
Plenty of flavor.
He plays.
Again though from Cryo.
Dude, the fact that they all lined up there.
Little spray down, easy crosshair placement. That multi-swing just completely denied.
Drifty just fell down in a Walmart dead ass.
Yeah, that's something you got to be very careful of. That seems like it's been the bread and butter of C9ers.
We got a Cloud9 timeout.
Spending that initiator util quite heavily.
Thieves are putting that pressure on.
Take A main control. Vito obviously makes it much harder.
Forcing Cloud9 to take their second timeout of the game.
Their early rounds if they want to lean heavily in that direction.
You still have 2 timeouts, which is good.
100 Thieves, for example, like to work down that art a little bit.
I feel like everybody's kind of shooting right now on the side of Thieves.
The map through connector, maybe towards B.
You know, Asuna's 7 and 11, Vora's 9 and 12. Obviously not positive stat line, but
being able to flex around so much.
I mean, I feel like they're doing the things that they need to do, and Asuna's utility, I feel like, has been really good.
Playing the flex role with this team, it was always one of his better initiator agents, if not, I think his best.
I think the coach does the timeout, doesn't he?
But just having him back on that role,
I think it would only be the coach.
And then opening up the opportunity to get a young star duelist in this team in Timotino. I think it was all the right moves. They have a great coaching
MBS
staff
doesn't take
around them,
timeouts a lot.
But even still, like we were saying, this
actually,
is just such a hyper-competitive
I don't mind
America's
that,
going
to be
up
honest
against
with you.
Maybe the best Cloud9 that
I
we've
think,
seen in years. Just returning to
I've said it
form,
before, I
bringing
think
in,
timeouts can be a momentum boost for the other team.
It is two teams, though, that are
Just
really putting their
because
trust in those cores.
if you force a team to call a timeout, you know that essentially they're trying to rework how they're playing in order to beat you because they know that you have the upper hand. That's kind of how I think of it.
But am I wrong?
Or they're trying to shut your momentum down.
That is the A storyline. I'm not saying it's
either
a
one.
Team. I'm
it's
saying
kind of
people say
a positive for you.
That's crazy. All right, Zelsa's going to be able to skitter back over towards that art direction. It is 100 Thieves that are working their way pretty quickly, honestly, into the site. Also, this crosscut util
missed the timing on Zelsis there.
If Cryo can ever make use of it. Nice, saturate though, flash to try and deter.
Huge.
Around the corner,
Asuna read it.
Asuna knocks Oxy's and Zelsis' heads together.
Weren't
This
able to
grab
get the
well is going
block.
to be mostly ignored. As 100 Thieves have the numbers, but Zeppa's able to peer in from main.
There we go.
Has to trade his life.
To half though.
Half now. Vic, yeah.
Let's
he
go.
Had to kill Cryo instantly. Not to be.
Another round for the
It's a great
Thieves.
retake from 100 Thieves.
Good
I like
retake.
That decision
Good
from
retake.
Them to isolate Art completely. Util combo thrown in there with the saturate into the flash. They pop out through that nebula together. That was really nicely done. They just have to cut off one part of that crossfire. And main is too far away. It's going to be difficult to
I can't lie, the
make that
Thieves
happen.
teamwork
The
I
Art
feel
plays
like has
cancel,
looked
so
so
just
much better
the right decision.
with this new roster.
You see with the temptation.
Nice, man. My team is so good, bro.
It just seems like they play very well off of one another.
Into the back of that A site to get
And they're still
further, 'cause
figuring things out too. I think
play
that's
on
the
extremities like that.
cool part about it.
They're so subject to being cleared by those util combos.
Well, that early knife connects onto everyone, but 100 Thieves don't care. They still
I
take
didn't
that
realize he
space
has
in a main.
Teleport.
Cryo in some real danger. Doubled up though with Bang. The
Yo,
players
what's up,
from C9.
Luminous?
I really don't want to be running
Good to see you,
into
brother.
anchoring a site right now, but that still might inevitably be the case as they posture for this B split.
Now there's going to be some real pressure on Cryo.
No
But
damage
unlike
dealt.
Pistol, Cloud9 are likely going to
Besides
be able
Cryo.
to find a timing.
He's the only one who's taken a little bit of damage here.
His paths could be insane. It looks like he's setting up for it.
Yeah, Timo's
Oh,
going to retake
they're
that plant control
committed
now. Prowler going
to
towards
be
mid.
here.
This is going to get ugly. Cryo tucked in the corner. He knows he's going to get attention out of Connector. Slow from C9.
Oh,
Staggered,
he's
but
not
later,
able
but
to get
eventually
one.
they touchdown on this B side of the map. Convergent pass hits, not in particular from Timo. He's going to be cut off the play because of this cosmic divide, and C9 will get their plant down.
Yeah, they just have to wait this wall out. Asuna, no
45
flash right now. They
retake
can't pop through it.
On B. I feel
Suppress
like
at
that's
least get some
typically
info, you know,
tough
likely
retake,
back hauls. They're going to
especially
know
when you're
about
down in
that.
numbers here.
But it's not like they wouldn't have expected a player to be
Thieves
there
are
anyhow, and they
gonna
don't even
need
have
a
time to
first
get in
blood
while
here.
Anyone is suppressed.
Yeah, you're told there's 4 players on the site. That's not really telling you much of the story. Here's the cosmic divide coming down now from 100 Thieves. Ideally to try and lock Halls out of the game. Bang sees Zeppa swing
Damn.
his way.
Not able to get that one.
Cloud9 get themselves a really important round.
Let's
Hoping
see
it's
if they
not too
start
late.
pushing B a little more since they
it
just
certainly
were
may
able to win
not
that
be. I
round.
thought we were going to see
Kind of
the
had the Thieves on the
sickest
back
conversion
foot
pass
there.
from
Seems like
Timoteo
Thieves weren't
after
ready for it.
They spotted Vic in mid, pushed him into Link, and he dashed to the right. I thought he was going to send it straight down Link, and they were going to try to fight that together through mid, but I think he was a little scared of the play towards A.
Cryo was also kind of like soloed out there, so it was tough
with
for him
all of that delay
to
of
really do anything.
Kind of getting there to assist 100 Thieves, they're just swamped.
I still
on the
don't
site.
fully
Cryo
know what
can't
all
hold
of
alone.
Vito's util is.
Both
Bad ult?
players here from
I didn't
100
even
Thieves
see
and
who
Main were
called in
spotted
that
up by
ult.
that knife. Timo still wants to fight. He can't get out.
Was it
He's going to
Waylay?
walk back there, but there's no
Was it
chance to
Timo?
refract. After being hit by the 0 point, so he's giving his life up pretty cheaply there, Wyatt. And all of Cloud9 say, whoa.
Yeah, what a
slow it down.
Massive
Or
risk.
Bang,
They just
maybe?
extracted a bunch of utility as well from 100 Thieves. Is this going to be an instant recommit, though? Spot Asuna outplaying towards Art. There are 300 Thieves players here ready to anchor. No, it's patience right now.
Timo did get picked already, though. Vors hit to
It's a
89.
refresh of the Nebula for Bang, who currently is across the map and is unsure if he needs to join the rest of his team because of this noise cut.
C9 will have a decent amount of utility to get in here. Penny can still throw up that fast lane, try and cut off some angles. The stars are coming down. There's that missile to clear out Secret. Zelsis with a flash. They have enough tools to get in here for sure.
Bora tries to horn in Cryo. Could have been a time.
Damn, I'm surprised I didn't check
this action. Okay, suppression on the side. That's 100 Thieves with a 0 point now.
The smoke there.
Bora tucked.
And Zeppa is just so scared. Tries to
Are they wrapping this?
Wow, is this going to be a late round hitter from C9? This is really nice, and Oxy even catches out Vora.
Oxy
a
gets
slight
a pick.
delay from this trip. Honestly, that might allow 100 Thieves to get the timing. Look at this
Awesome,
rotate. Cryo,
maybe?
he was able to teleport back halls.
13 seconds left in the round. Cryo will be lying in wait. He's
Oh, big pick from Cryo.
There's got to be more though. Another layer here as Zelsis is about to get
He's
this
got to
spot
kind of finesse here.
Penny low, steps up, and slaps
That's a
Cryo
big
down.
win for Penny.
Means that it would all be on
Yeah,
Arsenal. And he
Austin's
does not
probably
have
just
the
going to
coin
save his
to risk
gun.
it.
Yeah.
Wow, 100 Thieves could have put themselves in
They had a
position.
chance
I mean,
there.
They did put themselves in position to steal that round away because Cryo is able to rotate with the
colors should be
back into
reversed?
halls over on
You
B.
mean
That
the
was
red
really
and the
sick.
green?
I was expecting a pump
teams?
fake again. For C9 back towards the A side.
They swapped it
Oxy catches Vora,
at
yeah.
half.
But yeah, Bang wasn't able to capitalize, unfortunately, for 100 Thieves getting out of heaven.
I think
C9 are
one
really
is just
wrangling this
offense
game
and then
back.
one is
Money for 100
defense.
Thieves very bad after this round too.
And that's kind of the
But yeah,
potential, I think,
there's
of Vito
times
is
where
that
it's
you can
like
traverse the
these
map
colors
such that
are messing with me.
you can almost lock down both sites at the same time. He was there to catch the planter. Could have been something there for sure.
Yeah, this early round, it was a little peculiar though from 100 Thieves with that suppressed
Yeah, I mean,
catching
Timo was kind of on an
onto
island there.
Timo,
We've had a
tries to
couple
stay
rounds
fighting in
now where
main,
the Thieves
but
have
the
pushed
timing's
up
a little off.
that
flash from Austin a little late,
A
so he didn't
elbow
have the
there or
gun out,
whatever that's
ready to
called.
actually get a trade.
And he's kind of,
Just some
they've kind of been in a weird
disconnection there
spot.
with Timo and Austin, which is typically not the case. I feel like that duo.
Yeah,
has
just
had
so I
some
feel like
great
they-
synergy to
they're
get them to this point
getting
in
a
the
little too
bracket.
antsy.
But a moment
I
of
feel like
error
once they
there's
start finding their
exploited by
rhythm, they
C9.
start to
I
do
think
that a
Timo
little more,
probably
and when
feels
it
like
works,
he's
it's
dead either way. If he
great
tries to turn his back and
because
get
they get
back
early
onto the A
advantage, and it
side,
makes it really
he's
hard for
probably
the
gonna
other
get shot
team
there.
to take a
But
site.
the suppression of
But
that
the
0
negative
point early
is
in the
if
round
you're
is
not
really
winning your
relevant when you
gunfights,
consider that Waylay wants to post these aggressive angles
your
for free
island
and then
player
get
is
off
just
them with
instant
refract.
dead, and then they're able to now try and take a
Just
site
getting into that
4v5 or
Doombros
5v4,
as
however you
well.
want to
All-star
say it.
coaching staff imported from Europe, not gonna lie.
I had a great chat with,
They don't always
you know,
play
Andy is
on
actually at
this
the
stage
Defense Award show, and he
because
moved his
sometimes
whole
the
life,
League of
family, everything
Legends
over to LA.
teams
Big,
will be
big
playing
move
on
for
this
him. Obviously,
stage.
he's from
So
Lithuania. We
sometimes
used to watch him
Valorant will
coach
play
challenges,
in
and it
like
was like 3
the
a.m. You know what I mean? He's sitting in his sort of living room,
secondary
everything's dark, and he's still
like
chasing that dream. Of course, he
room or
was the
something
head
like
coach
that. I don't
for
know
Ascend
exactly what it's
when
called,
they
but
won that world championship.
essentially when
This
League of
guy's
Legends
resume
isn't
is immense.
playing
If you've never heard of
the
him, well,
NA
that
teams,
stops now. And then Doombros,
to
of
my
course, is
knowledge,
yeah,
or
massive resume
the
as
Americas
well.
teams, I
Which
should
is why
say,
it's
not just
shocking.
NA, but the Americas
These
teams
guys are a tour de force of
play
coaching
on
stuff.
this stage.
Yeah, the only way to get Doombros as an assistant coach is to get a Champions winner coach.
I hate the way they
Head
lace their
coach
shoes.
side.
I'll have to see that.
I mean, it's
I don't.
Only trump card
I'll have
for
to
that
see
man.
how
All the
you're,
coaches
how
here are
you're talking
European.
about it.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah, he's
See,
had
what
a
I
real
hate
storied
is that
career.
Bang has
That's why I was such a shock
blatantly
that he didn't have
obvious
a team to
Adidas
coach
socks
for a bit of
paired
time
with Nike shoes.
last year, but
I
obviously deserved
can't
this
stand
spot.
that. I don't
All
care
right,
if you
100
wear
Thieves, they have
Adidas
that one rifle
socks
for Timo.
and you're wearing
And
Nike
this
shoes and you
sheriff
can't see the
across
logo
board for the
because
rest
who
of the
cares?
team stacked up
But if
over
you're
on
wearing
B,
like,
and this gamble might just pay off.
if you're wearing tall socks that have the
This could
Adidas
be
logo
deadly
that
for
shows
C9.
out of the shoes and you're
Yes,
wearing
get
Nike
into this,
shoes,
you know, haphazard.
oh,
Let
I
it be
hate
shown.
it.
Nothing except the interceptor now. Cryo poise. Oh, buddy. Okay.
Timo?
Timo's able to receive. Penning, you try skim with the overdrive. That's a gun.
Cryo's able to get a
Instantly
gun.
scooped up
That's
by
huge.
Cryo. Cloud9
That's
surely
huge.
thumbing the cancel button here.
Yeah, they absolutely have to, but they don't know if there could be players from 100 Thieves pushed
This is
out
tough,
of the
though.
other extremities, pushed all the way out mid.
Still only have
Someone
2
watching behind
rifles.
them. I mean,
Kind of need
obviously they know
Cryo
that
and
Trip, no
Timo
one
to
is
go
pushed into
big
B main, but
if they continue to
attempt
execute
to
on B.
re-clear from Vic, Zeppa, who are back in their spawn, and Zelsis and Oxy.
Austin
are
is
just
like
waiting
completely
over
out of
on
the
this
play
B
though.
side,
He's just
hoping that maybe
camping
someone
A
will
right
push up
now.
into them, they can get a free kill. But 100 Thieves are just playing a great crossfire right now with Timatino ready to swing off of them.
This re-clear is very
See, I
illuminating.
like
There's not
how
really enough time
I
now.
like
Down to
that the Thieves
25
are playing
seconds. The
very
two players are
passive right now.
slow
They're
right now to get
forcing
through Link.
Cloud9 to push into
Zelsis
them.
has a flash to try and pop out of this nebula.
Cloud9 at least can set up a split here. That's something Bora has to be extremely keenly aware
There are
of.
15 seconds and they have to break a triple man crossfire here. 4 players here.
Cryo's evolved as well. He's going to be tough to bring down. Bora finds Vic in that corner. Oxy's got to commit fully, and he is low. 26 points of health. This could be the game.
Oh my
right here.
God,
Oxy
we're trolling.
doesn't save it. Oh, no.
I mean, we win the round.
Forced off the plant.
Wow.
The
That
final
was
seconds, and that is
awfully
a
close.
gut punch of a Thrifty to lose to 100 Thieves.
That was often close, but we'll take 100 thrifty, you know what I'm saying?
Trying to re-clear back through spawn, slow
we'll take
through
100
mid. They
thrifty.
don't know where 100 Thieves player could be hiding, and then ultimately
yeah,
they just
Destiny,
have to
he had
rush
Adidas
into
socks.
that site.
I'm telling you, if they show the right angle again, you'll see he's got
they had
Adidas socks.
I didn't even realize they got the fourth there
and Nike shoes.
Too. I understand the frustration from Imi and the
that drives me crazy.
I think the mid-rounding needs to be looked at there a little bit.
But he's cooking, so you know what?
But we don't have time for that. We're on to round 21.
Do you, brother?
All right, operator for Timotino on defense, going up against Oxy's tour de force, opposite sides of the map right now.
Bro, when people just like swipe their camera around like that, I don't even know how their brain is able to process some of the things that they're seeing. Like genuinely,
just kind of light,
you know, like when there was that stint of like COD players who were just like cracked and they were just like fucking senses amped up and they're just looking in every direction and like slide canceling and all that shit. Like when people do that, I'm like, dude, how do you even see what's happening? Like, how do you even know what's going on around you? Oh, big kill.
That's pretty dirty. Penny on the slide, brought down. Arsena
did get traded out though, unfortunately, not able to get two.
It gives Zeppa a bit of breathing room enough that he can win out against the shotgun-toting player.
That was some crazy aim.
Gee, so we win the thrifty, but now we're gonna throw the gun round.
Honestly. Yeah. All right, Cryo now into this 1 versus 3.
Celsius with a
Cryo's got to do some crazy shit.
Go for it. He has no cash left after this. The 100 Thieves bank is not looking good at all, so he might just want to save in this position.
Yeah, he's backing off, it looks like.
Despite winning that eco round, 100 Thieves did only get away with 1 rifle, so it's not that stimulus to the economy that you typically see. The loss here has already just got them.
I mean, obviously a round win is huge for the Thieves, but that thrifty, I feel like, didn't lead to much.
They don't play out like that last round. Do not get eco'd again.
Crack gyro aim? Is that what it was? Were people actually using gyro aim for that shit?
3 for him on the round.
That's crazy.
So now we are a very close game. 10 plays 11, and 100 Thieves have gotten to their own null command this round. If Arsena could find a timing to, again,
see, Destiny, I'm not a big fan of mids.
Sort of force very well.
I'm not a big fan of like
in this round. Arsena cleverly he
like
actually gives space.
Shoes.
He almost realizes he's at risk of being shorted.
To me, it's either low or high. I don't like the mid. It seems weird to me. I don't know. I've never been a big fan of that.
It could be muddy. These two teams are brawling.
Sitting at 21 kills right now, by the way. He is
another thrifty round for the Thieves here. This is probably going to be 11-11.
Filled in for Demon 1.
Which isn't great.
That's crazy. What, he had Demon 1's put like 27 kills, 37 kills.
No, the ops over here.
Filled in for Demon 1. Yeah, he's filling in for Demon's 1 shoes on his map, bro. What are you talking about? It's really not crazy. It's literally the truth. Like, he's playing the chamber here.
Yeah, this recent shift for him over towards those Sentinels has definitely seemed to work so far.
They're just B-stacked again.
Yeah, if you're Thieves here, you don't want to peek anything long.
C9 will not be going to be this time.
Yeah, the intuition for Cloud9 at least has developed somewhat over
See,
the course of this match.
I mean, I'm just so used to wearing lows at this point.
When it comes to the retake, obviously don't have great weapons for it and unlikely to really leverage a lot.
There are some lows that like irritate my ankle
this
and
time
stuff
around.
though.
I'm sure that was by design. Cryo needs to get out
but
of there.
I used to get more like.
We'll see how these attempt to retake with.
I used to be more uncomfortable when I wore anything like high top, so that's why I like lows a little more.
Not make any noise
for the most part.
Suddenly hit into the site, and with the plant, Zeppo was still able to get that arm again anyhow. So
yeah, I didn't get the last pair either. Destiny. I got the black and the red ones, but I wasn't able to get the like tan ones.
For 100 Thieves to cross into his art direction. No spam, good patience from Vic. Cloud9 simply containing. We'll saturate there. Roxy, those found his. That's the way laid down. Here's the grab.
Oh my god.
Oh, clever.
Oh my god.
Oh, the body block. No,
oh my god. Are we going to get it? Oh my god. We act.
100 Thieves! The dirtiest of dirty thrifties out of absolutely nowhere. The body block to keep the diffuser proximate enough to the spike to not be interrupted. Get out of here with that, man. Come on.
They can't be winning the game like this. They can't be winning the game like this.
That's two thrifties?
Way more absurd than the last one.
And this one was just insane.
Let's go!
Everyone from
What
C9
a
was
body
so far
block
back.
from Cryo.
Oh,
Oh my gosh, how did they win that?
Lions feel very disenfranchised.
Okay, you
right
gotta
now.
win this gun round though.
Okay.
Gotta win this gun round.
Deep breath. 100 Thieves poised to
Just
end the
close
map.
it out here.
How do you recover from that? In the
Get
space
that dub
between
one
rounds if you're
pearl.
C9?
Move on to your
Pushing
map
right
pick
into
and
Cryo,
split.
Set up that Nightfall is going to stall
We
them
need
out
this
in main.
one.
Connects onto 3 players. And that's going to give
Because
time for 100
financially, I
Thieves to try
don't
and
think we'd
rotate
be in a
over
good
as well.
spot if we
They
lose
don't
here.
want to overcommit to
I think if we
rotate
lose this
on
round,
top
it's
of the minimap, but C9 are going to
very,
read off the Armageddon
very
that will send
likely we go to
Cryo
OT, I would
running
say.
away back towards Secret.
Vora, those
Big
already in
pick
there.
from
This is such a
Vora.
big pick.
Oh my god, he gets
Oh,
2.
surely not. 2 for
Oh, they
Vora.
get traded,
Cryo,
though.
though, is brought down. He tries to enter the side, but Timo
Oh,
is pushed up.
jeez. Timo's got op.
With the op of all things, there's no reflank pressure for 100 Thieves. It's all from backside, and Timo
God,
falters.
Zeppa gets the kill.
Zeppa's
He's
still healthy enough
1.
to keep fighting. Bang only gets his 1. And so Arsena flashes himself out, sees the Cosmic Divide in the way, knows there's going to be post-plant hijinks, but there's no choice but to go for it. The Cosmic Divide means that they have to body check this. Arsena. Time. Definitely has
he get
some.
half?
Gets into half.
He
Vic has to
does.
swing off this, though.
Nice knowing you.
I think he's done enough. I think Vic has done enough.
Well,
Arsena can
that
only
is
give it a tickle.
Whopping.
Ice cold from Vic. Oh my god, he didn't peek that at all.
You're
didn't
telling me
give
he just
Arsena
doesn't
a
even
shot,
peek,
even at the
bro?
wide angle.
And look, you don't
You're
know.
telling me he
can't
doesn't
hear
even
the spike tap
peek?
with Cosmic Divide in play. You're not sure
Oh, that's
how far along he is in the
crazy.
defuse.
That was genuinely insane from Vic.
No, that's actually diabolical.
At that
Vic.
timing on the
You're telling me
swing
you
for
don't
the
even
second kill was really
peek?
nice too, and he had the kill against Cryo, who took that isolated fight walking up towards Secret. I mean,
You're
you can
telling
see from
me
Austin's
he
point
knows
of
the
view, Vic
secret
just
of
gave
pros
him
don't fake,
nothing,
and
no
he actually
chance of a kill
doesn't
there.
check
Vic may have
bomb.
been positioned on
That is
the
crazy
same side of
work
the
from
Cosmic
Vic,
Divide
dude.
in that corner to have heard
That is
the
psycho
still.
behavior. Not even like a jiggle
Big
peek.
round for
He
C9
just
to
straight
win.
up didn't
Massive.
even look. He said, fuck it. If he
After that
defuses,
one,
he
damn near
defuses.
every ult
That
was
is
out of
wild.
play except for Timotino.
You're right, Luminous. That is wild.
Slow start after that, main
Guns
take.
are a little better
We
than I
have
thought
Timo
they would
virtually
be, so
cosplaying as the
that's good
chamber
at
pushed up
least.
in that connected position, but he's got a Bucky to hand.
Yeah, the weaponry definitely not ideal.
I mean, I guess
100 Thieves in this
if
last
you're the
round,
Thieves, you just
C9
force.
desperate
You
to
have
get
to force
overtime
buy this
on that
round
map
because
pick
even
of
if you
Pearl.
lose, you go
Pivoting
OT.
over towards this
So
B side where Vic has just been containing for any potential push, but it's
eco resets.
passive from Cryo on the angle with the Guardian.
The Outlaw is nice in this round. Wyatt.
Cryo
There's
up
a
top.
lot of value to be
I don't know if they
He
saw
knows he has to
Cryo
drop too many
drop
potential
there.
angles. Someone from C9 could have swung onto him with the missiles.
He didn't turn on his interceptor.
It was just too late throwing it out there.
That's
No, he was right in
great.
front of him, I think, on the other side of the
That's
box.
great.
Anyhow, I mean, regardless, 100 Thieves had popped the convergent paths,
That's
trying to
great.
get back over into B. Expecting that C9 would just be in there, but Oxy has just been chilling on A, so they get into the site for free. Spike is a little late, though. 22 seconds.
Oh
penny
my
kill.
God,
Pretty important for that
bro.
position. Bang can do a lot of harm. C9 yet to plant, about to make that happen right now. He's a swing. Oxy, there it is, the Outlaw.
Jeez, bro. We're
Stings.
going
And it
OT.
looks like they've done enough to secure an overtime in this game.
Oh, we just
They've answered the
trolled
challenge.
that
100 Thieves have
round.
laid down with
Cryo
some
just
unbelievable 100
gives
Thieves
up a
defense
freebie.
side rounds. We're going to extra time.
Chaotic last round. The C9
Holy,
able
the
to
Thieves
exploit
cannot
some
play a
strange little
series
mistakes
without
from 100 Thieves there
stressing
to get
out
the advantage.
every fan they've
And then play
they've
back
ever
over towards
had.
Oxy on that A side. Free site exec.
Luminous, it is a fantastic question
there as well.
that
I
I
would
feel
say.
like has been around for too long.
It's going to make you a little bit nervous here.
Second shot.
I mean, again, we have only 2 players, I think, in full armor in this round. So just a really nice time for this Outlaw to shine.
Yeah,
Oxy's
it,
actually a
uncharacteristic,
beast
but
right
it was a
25
bad
kills.
one. It was a bad
Zeppa's been
one.
chugging along. Again, each of these important rounds, he's good for 2.
They do it
He's
on
got 20
purpose. I just can't
assists.
prove it. It feels like
crazy.
that. It really does. You would think with how
Okay.
much this
So this, of course,
happens
sees
that
Thieves go back on
it
the attack
has to be
side
on
now.
purpose.
0 point likely just to scout
Has
out
to
a main
be.
both sides.
And Oxy on defense is posted up with the operator towards.
I mean, I guess the good thing about this is the Thieves are getting a lot of experience in tense situations.
Wants to take a lot of space so C9 can have.
I guess that's the positive outlook on this.
And they could try to defend this. They've got enough players in the vicinity. They've got enough util for sure as well. Zeppa could really stall things out, playing.
Gotta win 2 in a row here.
Having the missile stun, everything ready to go.
There's not going to be any upper presence
back on
right
offense
now for the
to start.
on B. So we're a ways off of that, and that's going to allow the dive in there. Okay, Teemo's in a really powerful spot. The hindrance.
Teemo.
Oh, it's perfect. Teemo's found himself 2. Now with the shorty in hand, he's looking to scour the rest of the site, but it's clear for now of defenders.
Okay, gotta play smart here. 2v4.
His entering ability has just been fantastic for 100 Thieves in this run.
Oh, Zelsis could get a timing. Oh, no.
Snappy stuff. She takes the only anchored player in the site for the attackers out. That is planted for long anyway.
Ooh, good info.
Comfortably can play off of that. And yeah,
good info.
Welcome in. Sure. Arsena's done enough in this round. Zelsis in no position to properly.
He can't do anything with where Asuna went down. Asuna just knows when he's on it.
Rattle them out of those positions. That'll be that. 100 Thieves once again.
Let's go, baby.
1 away.
Sick execute there. They had to deal with a
great
lot
util
of
out of
util
Asuna and Bora there, getting all the info on the site.
I need to see that.
And then Asuna gets his null command or whatever it's called.
So nice.
There's no one in heaven. So he simply drops down with a big sack.
Great slow from Teemo to get the 2 there as well.
The waylay on the B execute, getting up into heaven, but then just looking to the right, spotting the one player, throws it down. But connects onto 2. That was
putting a little bit of pressure on C9 here.
He's been so good. Arguably, if not inarguably, the best waylay player right now in America.
Let's see. Got to have a good defensive hold here. These are pushing up heavy on A. I think Zeppa might have seen him.
Okay, so this time, it's 100 Thieves who want that A main presence. That's penetration.
Oh my gosh. Teemo gets 1.
It's a 1-for-1 here, but still, lots of space that'll have to be potentially re-cleared by C9, and already 100 Thieves are responding to a potential playthrough art.
This is so nice.
Does suck they were able to get the trade,
off that play
but we got a 4v4.
Off the trip here.
I think they were worried about a fast A main retake from C9.
Now Cryo, yeah, he's ready to just teleport over towards Secret when this action comes in. And there he goes. Gets right onto the spam line, but wow, in the stun. He's in some serious danger if C9 try to take this more aggro.
Sticking the plant here.
On the very edge of the box. KO Store utility is expired. Zelsis with a bit of an odd location for this.
Trying to avoid
got knife in a couple seconds here for
They can still cover
Asuna.
that from A main. There's no backstab pressure for 100 Thieves in that main side.
Only hits Cryo, which is good.
Right now on this long lurk. He's had some sick backstabs in this game. Won out a lot of post plants for 100 Thieves.
His timing is good enough, I feel. Zelsis is going to get caught out. The Parallel might have had a piece of him anyway.
Good lurk.
That's the art pressure dealt with. Now it's the post plant util, and here's Cryo getting it.
Cryo.
Bora once again
Cryo
steps
and
up to
Bora.
100 Thieves are done.
Let's
and
go.
Finally, to shake loose of the grip of Cloud9.
The boys iced up when we needed it most, chat.
And first map of the series goes to
Iced
the
up when we needed it most.
C9's pick.
Thieves go up 1-0 on Cloud9's map pick.
In really close fashion. Cloud9 coming back into things in that
wow,
first
that
half,
one
it
was a
looked like
tense
100
one.
Thieves might have just dominated them the entire
That one was a tense
way
one for
through.
sure.
This is good Valorant.
So close, yeah. It was a damn good first match.
Yeah, Robbie, not the cleanest. We let him get some rounds there in both halves, I would say, but Thieves were able to close it out in the end, so we'll take it. Doesn't always have to be pretty, but a dub's a dub.
So far, going up against
a dub is a dub.
Ex-teammate from Sen. He is determined to get back to another international.
And again, I think this calling from
this team actually has closed out several maps so far that I think we got used to not closing out.
So far, everything's looking
Dexter, this is Cloud9's map pick, so we feel good about that. We got Split, which is up next, and Thieves have been looking good on that.
Still to come on the other side of this break. We're going to head to our desk to break things down, and we'll be back with more of this very, very important elimination game.
Not the knife kill. Not the board knife kill.
All right, I'm getting my update tweet out. Forgot to tag Nicewig in my original post. I kind of trolled there, chat. I kind of trolled. I wonder if I would be able to see, because I think Brooke is streaming right now. If maybe one of these times for the Valorant matches, if Brooke would be interested in watch partying or something. Do you think we'd have a chance at that, chat? Think Brooke would be interested in that? I feel like it would be really unlikely. I don't know if we're at a point that we could do that yet. And we may not be on her radar. I think Nicewig has maybe, but Nicewig gets a lot of viewership. He gets a lot of viewers, so I think he would be less likely.
Comes in. Still a player to be dealt with backside. Smokes to launch Shupa inside as more support comes in, but it doesn't matter. Timotino on fire through this seaside.
Vic still alive, just looking for shots. Oh, those were good. Molly, half. Turning it. Oh my God, they're gonna
Damn, Clifton, you've just been unlucky. They've been winning a good amount of matches.
Welcome back, everyone, as 100 Thieves manages to take down Cloud9 on their map pick of Pearl in OT. 14-12 does feel a little bit like history is repeating itself when it comes to 100 Thieves and these dubs. Let's go ahead and talk about this matchup, though, because, Emily, we were seeing some great highlights from a lot of the players.
We'll see, Clifton. We got one of our maps.
Consistent, exactly as what we've seen.
One of our good maps up next.
Yeah, I just felt like his impact on that first half specifically was so good. You saw him always being super passive on his lurks, and a lot of the times they didn't even need him, but when they did, he was there. He was the one clutching up these really
chat during the half. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like the stream if you haven't already. It lets me know that you guys are enjoying the content. It shows the support that you guys have for the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. If you're on Twitch, you're getting tired of ads, and you have Amazon Prime, you may have a free Prime sub to use. It takes away those ads from you. It helps support me, and you get to take some money from the bald man.
Going into these retakes,
he
was finding so much effect as they
won't say names, but I think you know who I'm speaking of.
At the perfect time on these
for my people on YouTube,
Bang is such an
if you're interested,
player that
we do have memberships available. You get early access to YouTube videos. You get custom icons next to your name. Destiny just so have them, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And you get custom emotes as well. We're getting close to being able to add some more emotes too. So if we get a couple more members, we'll be able to add some more new emotes.
Because C9, they started to look a lot better.
Sure,
but still, he did a really good job of being able to just be annoying.
And it also helps support me continue to do stuff like this.
Yeah, and then you also too had some great moments as well from
help support me financially.
Whole, right? You saw someone on in the break talk about
greatly
that round
appreciate it. Even if you just subscribe to the YouTube or follow the Twitch channel, I greatly appreciate that as well.
You see this 100 Thieves squad just pull off, these moments here, and they need it in these desperate moments.
Yeah, for Cloud9, they came back into both of these halves, right? The first one, they made a great adaptation. The second one, after losing the pistol, they were in a really good spot to bring this game back. But in both of them,
but be sure to like and subscribe for sure on YouTube. It's free. It's free, and we're getting close.
2 rounds in that second
we're getting
half.
close
the one you just watched there, another where with no info, they 5-hit B into a stack and lose. Were really the make or break in what was such a tight game.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
or almost
you're right.
up to
They
1,200
were
subs
winning
on YouTube.
a lot of their gun rounds. It just came down to those really, really like crucial rounds that they just ended up losing. But C9 did have good answers. We saw the potential in both halves, right? In that first half, we saw them having a pretty slow start, kind of playing a lot more reserved and back. But they got back into it in the later half. We started seeing them be proactive.
Deadass Destiny Gold's been slacking.
Having more presence and pressure around the map, and not just allowing 100 Thieves to go into their post plans here.
Yeah, it just felt like they really had a solid idea of how they wanted to use that util and abuse a lot of the util that 100 Thieves was then saving based on how C9 was working. But it didn't matter because towards the end, they also came back with their attack side, kind of showing that they can do a lot of these really fast takes, even though they were running into stacked sites sometimes.
This isn't even part of the promo, but I actually think we only need like 1 or 2 more memberships before we can add
they absolutely did.
like
and for
another
this team as well,
or
one
something.
person I really want to give credit
So if
to
we hit that,
I think that him on the KO was getting so much
have you guys help
value.
me figure
Once
out
they realized
emotes.
that Cloud9 the first half was playing this style of going for heavy retake to avoid getting caught out by these waylay dives, they started holding a lot of their utility for after the plant.
Yeah,
and I
Destiny,
felt like
I don't know how you do it
to
on
further
YouTube
team up
and
fighting
Twitch.
towards spawn or the KO knives as Cloud9 were retaking, were always coming in at really good times
know how
to
you do it. You're locked
completely
in.
stall out those ideas.
I think even on one of the Thrifty rounds, he actually threw a flash while C9 was trying to push up and just completely owned them and destroyed their kind of takes. So he does do a really good job at kind of putting a stop and putting a wheel in their wrenches. Is that a saying?
A wheel? No, a wrench in the wheel.
Putting a wrench in
a wrench.
So
You could put you could put a wrench in the wheel.
Throwing you're combining spanner in the works, which is one, and then something.
Mimi, I've shoved many wrenches into wheels in my time, so I don't know what you're talking about over here. All right, clearly.
That's awesome.
All right, but look at the breakdown here, though. I mean, and also kind of like
He's got
observing how
15 first
let's talk about
bloods,
some wheels and
2
wrenches here for a minute.
thrifties. I mean, those 2 thrifties
We're
really,
gonna keep doing this, okay?
really did it.
Let us though really break down though what we should be coming up next, because we have split. We're going to be seeing maybe some double duelists potentially.
I mean, the good thing is that these were actually
gameplay here. I mean, Emily,
the more efficient team there, statistically speaking.
Take first initiative, right? I don't want to see them playing so passive early on. I want to see proactivity. I want to see aggression, especially out of the double duelist comps. They have the right kit. They have the utility. They just got to have the confidence now, because we saw when they brought it, they did work.
Yeah, no, we'll talk more about this in a second. For now, though, let's actually hear what's going on in the C9 camp. We have Coach Jimmy standing by.
Looking at how close that game was, the Thrifties, they kind of rear their head at the worst time for your team. Is it something the team's kind of getting complacent once they feel safe post plans, or just something?
Dude, his beard is so straight. It's kind of crazy.
I don't think it comes from practice. I think we've been fine. One of the 50s, they blocked us up. We should be aware of that, and we're not. And then another one where we're going B long, like we should just burst into them, but we kind of prod, and then they stall us, and it is what it is. Like, it happens. But I'm sure we can take the next 2 maps.
All right. Thank you, Amy. Good luck.
Again, always some good observation there from Mimi, right? Always willing to just say what he saw right out of the gate. And yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell this vibe where it was like, yeah, 100 Thieves did a really good job of just kind of allowing C9 to play into them. And then from there, they just profited.
Yeah, I do agree with Cloud9. With Imi there, I think that they were playing too much retake early. They made a great adaptation out of his first time out. I will say the other thing about this Thieves team is it seems like
they
had a good game plan as well. It was really just losing those pistols, losing those eco rounds that flipped a winnable game into 100 Thieves' favor.
Cloud9 banned
tough task here,
Bind
winning 2 in a
and
row,
Pro,
and
which
you
I think
start
have
to go
been
into
probably the Thieves' 2 best maps.
Some of these maps are 100 Thieves has been playing these
maps,
comps,
I would
which
say.
I think has been 100 Thieves kind of at their best.
But they've also picked Pearl before.
Yeah, no,
they've picked
really
Haven before, and they've picked
even having kind of that utility to kind of delay on defense or stall out on their retakes on attack. I think that the main thing here is just going to be the brawls that we see towards mid, the brawls that we see towards mid, and having to actually combat that rather than just kind of let them play their game.
Yeah, Cloud9, this is a familiar position. So many times they've been close to making a lower bracket run, just a few series away from qualifying.
We've seen a variety of maps
it's always 1 or 2 rounds. It's always
this year,
so
which
close,
I think is really good
and
to
it's
see.
never actually that qualification. They can't let this map 1 be that story repeating
And the
itself.
amount of times we've won the other team's map
for that opportunity to go represent their
pretty
organizations
impressive.
at a Masters event, at a global event. The question is, who is going to stand tall at the end of this one? You don't want to miss it. Uber and Wyatt will catch you guys on the other side from map 2.
Destiny, I still don't know why you're not allowed to run, or like why you're not able to run a prediction on YouTube. Yeah, you're saying Cloud9 map 2? You got Cloud9 map 2? You think so? Are they good on split? I actually don't know how Cloud9 looks on split.
Right? Cloud9 are at risk of being the only
they gotta lock in
franchise in VCT Americas to not have made an international. Now, we're going to give Envy a pass. They've just joined. That would not exactly be the kind of moniker you want to wear when you are one of the longest standing teams.
I feel like this should be a 2-0.
But that is what's on the line here. A loss to 100 Thieves means they're out of kickoff. No chance at Santiago. No crack at our current world champions for qualification.
And it feels like it just doesn't even make sense, because Cloud9 have been more consistent as an upper table team year on year than other orgs who have been able to qualify at different times for global events.
They need the Thieves to qualify for Santiago.
They are the one outlier. This is the time in the bracket where things just don't work out for them. But they have to bounce back here on split, the pick of 100 Thieves. One of the few teams that are playing the Rays here. I appreciate that. I miss her, so I'm down for that.
Yeah, it's like Penny and us bus right now in Americas, and some European teams.
And Oxy is going to be playing the Chamber again. He obviously went crazy on that first
I'll
map.
say I feel confident anytime Teemo is on Waylay.
Chamber on D.
If Teemo's on Waylay,
Thieves though, I'm definitely just thinking about the last time we saw these guys play on split. It was that OT victory against Sentinels.
Oh, they have 100%
Timotino was utterly dominant on attack. His entry kills were fantastic. You could just see he had such just an inherent knack for the timings on Waylay of how to exploit defenders.
That may not be good for us.
Especially hitting that A side of the map. It was a saturate in every corner, it seemed. And he would win out every single entry fight and get entrenched, digging out the anchors.
And at the same time,
might have been onto
dropping
something.
24 kills playing the Viper, and now one of the flexible pieces on this
Hopefully
100
not,
Thieves
though.
team.
We want a Thieves win.
Questions about him moving away from Duelist and picking up multiple different
It
roles.
includes grandma's insurance money. That's crazy.
He has thrived, and giving the reins over to this young upcoming star in Timotino has just made this team overall more dynamic. I think especially a Duelist that is thriving in entry situations. I feel like
I don't want you to lose your grandma's insurance money, but
lower on the
I also want the Thieves to win this map
as a Duelist, and I think for Teemo it might be #1.
Yes.
And so now you have Cryo putting up numbers on different roles, and Timotino on Duelist. And funny enough, right now they are ranked, of the players still in this tournament, #2 and 3 in ACS, and they're tied at 227.1. To the decimal point, they're tied going into this game. They have just been such a strong duo here for 100 Thieves. They got them the win against Sen here last time. Can they do it against C9 to advance their place in the bracket?
Off we go to the pistol. It's an interesting defense.
All right,
side
round number 1.
Across mid. Little variation for C9.
Thieves starting off on offense.
And Oxy has the headhunter.
Oh my gosh.
Not quite the timing though, as Timo is able to slip out there.
Wow. Crazy timing there.
A rendezvous away already.
Yeah, Oxy
Crazy
just not
timing.
feeling like he should be overstaying his welcome there, and the right choice, honestly. But that will vacate this space, which Timotino is happy to.
Looks like we're trying to sneak over to A through sewer here.
100 Thieves can work towards this A side of the map. Leave him as that lone late man on the flank, though we can see on the minimap there will be a trip in his way, so
something he probably should be anticipating. But we'll still have to.
It's really not much of a flank, though.
I like that from Oxy, though, just having the trip there. It's heads up, knowing you might have to give up that space, and now he's out in the open again, has to teleport away, but doubled up with an anchor on this site. If 100 Thieves hit it hard.
Austin is able to heal up.
There in elbow, so hasn't given up the site entirely, which is just as well as those 100 Thieves smokes now. Going to start to canvas the back of that site. Is it wall for Asuna? Pops himself up.
They're going to have to get going here.
Slow orb there as well to punish anyone who might have tried to retake Heaven by force. Now, Cloud9 have been encircled. They are contained inside this B side of the map. Oxy in the smoke. Surely here's all his action, and he's going to be able to find himself too.
Okay, we get the trades.
Shuts him down.
2v2.
Penny had to win that fight, Wyatt, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, he really did.
Huge
Oxy
kill
gets some
from Bora.
damage onto Timotino. At least he was weak. Vic needs to step up in the 1 versus 2. Did he spot Bora there? He might have just seen him.
He'll have a dark cover from main.
I don't know if Vora can heal Teemo. I don't know if he has enough
but he might just want to take
left for that.
Into the site.
Down to 40, dangerous. Vora has a ghost. Still,
let's
Vic
lock in, boys.
Vic is so low, but Vora just couldn't connect the shots.
Vora speculating. Vic down to 10, has to get up. Got it to half. This is still winnable for Cloud9's Omen play, but he's got to be sharp on the flick.
Oh.
Vora steps up and serves himself to Vic on a silver platter.
I feel like Vora kind of tweaked there, no?
Ice in his veins in the clutch situations today. He's such a steady, confident player, and still just like this sleeper killer on Cloud9 they picked up from challengers last year.
I mean, even on Moist X Shopify, he was that same player. Super reliable, very rock solid. Never
he wasn't
like
on
his
it.
Composure left him.
What an outstanding play to get C9 off on the right foot here. Ready to fight towards B main, it looks like, with a paranoia. Either a flash, Trailblazer going to come through.
It was close, good
Zephyr.
attempt.
Yeah, there's dog swing off of that. Teemo in some serious danger there. He has the hero Marshall.
Both players scratched up a bit, both healed by the respective skies. Oh, the high-low set up. You think they would have found something there, but Timo.
I don't know how Timo got killed there and got out.
The double healer. That's crazy. He's back up to full. He's getting the orb. He's close to his ult already. He's 2 away from the path.
But all of a sudden now, 100 Thieves, of course, know they're playing into an outlaw this round. Might actually feel like going for something.
Koi was up 120 to 14 against the Ravens, and the Ravens won. Yeah, Ravens are onliners.
No. Not now that Oxy can at least get out of...
Ravens are liners.
It does open up heaven. And it's more than just a fake. 100 Thieves going to commit to this side of the map now. Vic's going to be spotted back sight. That ADS on the Bulldog. Steady aim. I could not say the same for Vora, though. Bang was able to find that classic kill. Now on the Stinger.
Oh my God.
Be aware of the player lurking behind him.
Wow,
so
that timing was crazy.
Yeah, a little awkward, but
right.
Stabilizing.
Cloud9 goes up 2-0.
In the reliable hands of Oxy, just holding down mid with that outlaw. Just a bit of damage from 100 Thieves, but nothing of massive significance.
Oh, it's like there's a vertical, like, downward flick there.
Let's see what C9 opts to bring into this round. Round where, again, just have to pay attention to the fact that Timotino has been able to get himself one orb away.
See, this is a more defense-heavy map, though, right?
Teleport across into B main.
I feel like the choke points are harder to get through.
Take that quickly off the slow orb. It's pretty easy to get B main when you have the Sage, unless there's some kind of crazy committal from the defenders dashing past something like that. But
like
they want to refight. They want to refight and just take that space back late.
Yep. Tyke set up the one-way dark cover there and even commit a stealth drone. A lot, honestly, from C9 to shore up the B side of the map. And it's worked. Now 100 Thieves funneled into mid. And so this engagement, or what would have been quite important.
I'm glad he didn't push up there. You could see he had a
Dog is re-clearing out
40
to spot one player. This time it could be insane.
Could have been bad news for Teemo.
Oxy slips back towards screens. Oh, I don't think he's quickly spun on a dime there. They actually want to double back to B again.
If they want to double back to B, though, they've given up the entirety of main. They do have to re-clear it. Vora has a flash, so they'll know maybe if someone is tucked in the corner.
Such an interesting...
That's really it.
It's a weird audible for Vora, excuse me, pun not intended, to call here. Here's a step back from Zephyr. Doesn't quite see too much. That's a flash gone. Vic with the ghost.
How does Teemo not get that kill?
Down Teemo. And honestly, for 100 Thieves,
trades are in now.
It's hard to see the vision, but they have now some purchase onto the side. Penny is going to step up. Arsena, decent mechanics. Keep himself in that fight there. And eventually there should be a chance to plant. Oh no, the spike was a little bit too far away. Bang's going to have to TP across. Snakebite also
gonna get bombed
down
down
there to clear that lower.
Vora is super weak though.
Safely.
Oh, a big win from Bang.
What's this guy been eating?
Zels is just so patient on this route. Bang, never feeling like he has a moment to actually reposition. No teleports left for low HP.
Thieves are giving him nothing.
It's a crossfire, still quiet
right now.
Zelsis is going to expose himself to Vora here one way or another. Sees the gun barrel and
huge.
Vora is waiting. Hard fought first
3 for 4 on the round. We love it.
And a really interesting pivot midway through the round to a B side where you don't have B main control at all.
Sir.
Yeah, I really thought that they were almost 100% just going to go back to A. Cryo
Yeah,
was all the way up ramp.
more
He
in
had
here.
all of that space for free. But to go back into B where they knew they lost main, only had one Sky Flash to contest it. C9 kind of dodged that out, really in with a flash of their own. Really sweating there for 100 Thieves, but they're still able to pull it off. They still have the better weapons, but they lost a lot of them. And now it has their economy in a really tough spot.
I just feel like they took the longest road there, but I like it.
Yeah.
The calling feels like it's been pretty inspired. Good
He must be nice and cozy.
And he mows him down. Timo's able to get up on ramp at the very least here. And that does leave Zeppa as the sole A player, tucked inside elbow. Timo has to know this. Saturate thrown in that direction, but Zeppa gets ahead and out onto the side. There is not a whole lot that can be done here. Zeppa, nicely done, locks it down. Then a beautiful timing for Oxy on that early swing.
Yeah, not much to analyze in that round, I'm going to be honest. There's really
There's
just
Ollie,
not much to
we're
discuss.
dog sitting again.
Except for the fact that, I mean, Oxy's just still frying. He's in crazy form today. Been playing so well since returning.
I'm gonna try and lick my fingers.
Nice, Eric. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir.
Yep, mix a defensive pop in here and there. Get your value out of that chamber.
He's got a lot.
Outlaw still being brought into this round, and obviously it's a great time for it. Tour de Force built up. Seek is there for Zeppa. It's unlike Donkey Kong. Okay, man. They invested pretty heavily into pressuring that spot. There's a flash in Oxy's face, and it didn't matter.
It's good util for an A ramp take, but it doesn't really matter when you have the Outlaw shotgun.
He's a big licker.
These are now going to slow down for a moment. See if someone on C9 maybe oversteps, tries to take a peek, and they could do something off the back of it. But
well, they've got to assemble a protocol to take Heaven away from someone who they know has an Outlaw, and none of them have the armor. So
they needed to wait for that wall to come up so they could try to flash through it as well.
Just spam smokes and get that control. But now, how do you spring forth from this position?
Okay,
Oxy is
get some damage dealt to Oxy.
Really low HP, but what is the pivot from 100 Thieves? They just feel like they have to give it up and go back towards the ramp.
That is interesting. So they want to push down through this Viper wall into an A side that's not cleared. So give up Heaven. Maybe they're worried about flank timings, right? I get it, but geez, they're out in the open here. All right, well, fighting through the oil slick.
We're getting rammed so far.
Has a buck here, now he's on ramp, so 100 Thieves' chances of winning this round have been extinguished outside of some nice little individual showings.
C9 are looking pretty strong on this defense, and I don't think 100 Thieves have yet had the calls to really deal with them.
Yeah, he wanted.
I mean, they tried their best.
He
there.
wanted my
like
pretzels.
That play was lacking for utility being sent right on top of his head.
I could be the sacrificial lamb.
He wanted some of my pretzels.
Justice is referring to his 1-3 and 3 scoreline right now, I imagine.
I think
For Oxy, he was just a split second early enough
if
to
he
not
licked
be
the
flashed
mic or
and still
not.
find that kill. 4 rounds for Cloud9 on defense.
Oxy gets, oh my god,
Dude,
Austin
Austin
is
just
testing
barely
fate there.
missed.
And lives, barely.
Well, he does know that's risky to play into the Tour de Force like so.
Yep, and this time much faster from 100 Thieves. They get Timo right into vents.
Oh, they want to go. Look at that. Hit by the Seekers. They still want to get in there. Timo vulnerable up, but still able to win.
Timo?
Conversion, of course, so speeding through that Heaven control. So now 100 Thieves have a pretty important foothold of the map early in the round.
Oh, Destiny, I don't have that many snacks. We literally just got these from my dad, I think.
Out and find 3. Oh, that rat got hands. Holy! Okay, Arsena. At least a spike to hand. No res, though. He already attempted that.
Zeppa's anchoring on this A site has been really superb.
Same on Pearl, man.
Yeah, that little flash onto the players dropping was perfectly placed. Wins that isolated duel in main first. Unfortunately for Fora, Austin just sabotaged his stats.
Let's see, Austin is hitting the rewrap. They're both sitting A right now.
30 seconds does get that heal. It's not like he doesn't have a chance at winning this round.
Yeah. No, it's a 1v2.
It is doable. He just has no util.
If he wants
He has
to try
nothing
and
to
be
work
bold
with.
To get some kind of more forward position.
Raze has
against the
grenade.
paint shells, right?
And
for the paint shell.
Ideally, in a 1v2, you're trying to do something to get one quick kill, and then, okay, it's a one-on-one. So you don't find yourself in the situation where they're getting on the spike, and you have to peek out, and you don't know if they're just going to be double-facing.
Was he going for the rewrap?
This is risky, though, but Asana's been taking risks all around.
Wait, I actually really like this play from Asana here.
So it's chalked. It's cooked.
Although, yeah, I
doesn't even know
it is
trip.
planted for heaven.
Does he know?
It is. He's going to hear the
No, he doesn't know.
Oh, dear. Yeah, he knows it too. Up on the box.
Damn.
And down.
Well, if there wasn't a trip, I
He
think that was
slugs.
actually a really good play.
I
The
like
problem
the
is
idea.
there was a trip
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I like the idea, but you hate to see that. You hate to see
Something
the
I've
trip.
seen Leaf do quite a few times on this map. Unfortunately,
It was a really good play.
Running
Just
into some of that central util is tough.
unfortunate that a trip was
Man,
there.
you just, again, an intuition. Like, that is hard to beat.
Insane flash. And then also, yeah, just
I
kinda
will say I
crashes
didn't
around
love the
corner.
res.
Nice, boys. Nice. Bro, if I was 5 years younger, we just wiped that round, I swear to God.
Update, Zelsa's still 1-4-4. But again, relishing the chance to focus on his calling, I quote.
Yeah,
I understand,
Also,
like using a res
like,
as
when you
bait,
assists
but
on KO.
when you've
the
got
guy
Baby
that
down G2,
Asuna
I
just
don't know if
resed
this
right
excuse
there,
holds up anymore.
he had no
Yeah,
way to
no,
bait,
yeah,
and
that
it was
might be
essentially
done.
just a
We might
free
have
pick
busted
again
the
Might
myth
be
finally.
for Penny, I think.
Yeah, after people
'Cause
watch
he
the
didn't have an
30-year-old
angle on
man
it.
play Waylay and run it down and look
Like
in one game one of the best Waylays
It's
in
like-
the region.
It's like
just
Jordan,
minting.
if you were 5
Seemed
years
like a
younger,
little
you'd
bit of a
probably
waste
still
of
be
an ult
chat
right
banned
there.
Like in your Radiant rank games.
Because Bang
be
was
honest.
on the ground
wouldn't be
below
here.
him. At the very least, if he would have rezzed him, he could have fought.
That's it.
If somebody did swing it.
I've been really. I think the mid rounding for 100 Thieves has been quite interesting. We've seen like a couple.
And it
of
would have
these,
been more
super-
likely to be a 2v2 instead of a
strange pivot. Some
1v2.
have worked out, right? Some, unfortunately, from Bora haven't been spectacular.
Yeah, an issue for them on that round was just when they
Calling
were
our
trying to
first
actually get
timeout,
into
down
that
5-1.
exec, the initial part of their strat has Timo
I mean, we rattled off 6 in a row on Pearl.
Crosshair placements on the exec.
It's gonna be hard here with the guns we have, though.
Backside at map and Seppa's placed close, and it's just so easy for them to hold. They just didn't
Oh,
have
we
that
did execute 2
explosivity to
thrifties
actually
last map,
Get into the site.
so it's not impossible.
So no, it's completely split from 100 Thieves. No attention being paid.
I'll
to this.
bet
Line
child
for both
support
extremities.
savings map 3
Trailblazer
for
right now
C9.
going
That's
all the way
crazy, yeah.
through B. But this is
That
a
is
great timing
wild
for
work.
Seppa to try to get people on this side of the map. And
Jump scare.
I respect it, though.
All right, Trailblazer able to
I respect
take
the
a
hustle.
bite out of Crime. Cryer took some random spray there from the Vandal on ramp. Of course, there's plenty of healing with this composition. Okay, on the move, Celsius was okay.
That's kind of
rough
rough
rolled
timing.
back 5 years.
Kind of rough timing there for Vora.
Thieves have fully pivoted off of A after getting spotted by that Trailblazer. Kind of seems like, hey,
Gonna have to run into a trip,
B
though.
Lost the player. They won't be thinking that we're just
Yeah.
immediately pivoting to hit. But
Look, I mean, they've got the Omen util to sort of walk out with here. They can slow orb the site. This very spot that Zelsis is standing in, for example. They've got enough to push up. But I like Yofang propelling Penny here. It kind of makes them agnostic to a lot of this, control.
Timo got a gun, but it's 2v4 and he's already super weak.
Timo, though, got
It's
himself
gonna be
that
hard.
Phantom.
Does get another pick, though.
Fake Penny with a showstopper now develops. Tries to.
Oh my gosh, we're getting the kills.
Satchel knocks him back, but he's out of the round now. And we're even in numbers. Timing taken by Vic, but he sees nothing. Ducks back into the smoke. Sets up some of his own now.
Will C9
Okay, we have bomb down.
Up top.
Timo high.
Is he going for the long flank?
Bang is low.
Surely not. No. Crossfire set up from him and Bang right now.
This could be nice for Bang. Okay, this smoke is a little late.
Oh, he saw him.
Gun barrel.
Huge.
Surely doesn't think there's a second there. He's gotten away with it. Bang at 3. Timo at 22.
Timo, you have a freebie. Oh my gosh, dude. What a thrifty from the Thieves. That's 3 thrifties on the day,
They can't
chat.
afford that. They can't allow a round like that to slip out of their hands.
We
They have
really
the
are
players
100
on B
thrifties.
ready, but it gets so disconnected. You saw Oxy peek through up top. Penny wasn't ready for
Huge
that
kills
on
from
site. You
Timo
saw
on
him
that
still just
round.
holding the angle on default.
Able to get the
Oxy
first one
goes
on
and dies
site.
alone, and then all
Goes,
of a
gets the
sudden,
gun.
Penny's
Gets another
isolated.
one with only
He's
22
whipping on the
health.
guy with the stinger. They're just taking 1v1s and losing them.
They simply walked
199
up, they just smoked heaven
thrifties.
and defense spawn and walked into the site wire.
Yeah, the team play really dissipated from C9, and 100 Thieves were able to win that out.
Oh, shit.
With the rocket. Okay,
Oh my
Cryo,
god.
He's out.
Takes a little bit of
Slightly
damage, but
singed
nothing
behind,
crazy.
But outside of that, he's still fine.
Double healer comp, though. He'll at least be back up at 100. Massive health boost from...
What is that? A Sinatra ult or whatever?
His armor.
Or who is it?
HP.
We passed 100? Yeah, we did it. We passed 100
Still,
thrifties at this point, it feels like.
Play, so some pivot potential. You'll notice that Bang is playing the other side of the map. 100 Thieves are far from committed to any one route, as now that spike might be headed through sewer. Okay.
Well, that spots everyone. They weren't able to break the dog. That's a little...
Okay, they did force
minor
a little bit more pressure onto A,
and
now they're wrapping over to B.
Had two players just containing for a mid walk down or a B push that they can pivot
I don't mind this. Oxy does have an op though, so if you're the Thieves,
Bang,
let's hope we use some util here.
They had to check the corner here. Yeah, they're not quite sure where that player is. It's just Oxy actually spotted out in the back of the site. Sees the double dash.
Oh, the flash didn't hit, dude. The flash didn't hit. Wow, and then Vic is just absolutely pissing on us.
A surgical extraction of 100 Thieves players. Quite the flawless round for C9.
I want to see
dude, how did the flash not hit Oxy there?
Just really light.
Was it just like too far behind the pillar?
Whatsoever.
Oh, they give him the paranoia on the way through. Timo is, short-sighted.
And there's just really nothing to deny Oxy from hopping backside there.
Baby, let's go.
Yeah, that's a rough one. Kind of trolled that one.
So what else do you have? You have the controller util, but Oxy's playing a contact angle with the op. The antithesis to the walk up onto a smoked site.
I don't know. We tend to struggle with facing oppers, I feel like.
Flash, 100 Thieves intending on taking B main. They have Cryo's ult for post plan this round if they can get there, but those have been few and far between. The anchoring from C9 has just been way too strong right now. Timo's in there.
Timo didn't really deal any damage there.
Time to get healed.
Was able to heal back up though, so that's good at least.
Their ability though to really get into the site properly, once again, hinges on Vora.
Right.
They have that attack side Sage who doesn't feel like she's offering you a ton of equity in these scenarios. You can, of course, wall your way across, I guess.
100 Thieves have found themselves in a situation here where they don't have the ability to dash in, going up against anchors in this crossfire, but
that's huge. They're not ready for this, though. Okay, good trade, good trade.
So 100 Thieves, they do have the guiding light to get them onto the site this time.
Spike planted.
But again, it does resemble a walk up once more.
It's not that C9
we could still push a 6-6 half here.
For crossfires, they just were not connecting the shots, and that was awkward with Zelsis getting caught. He dropped down from rafters, and then just gets killed from a wrap on pillar.
And I guess it's these kind of rounds where, you know, 100 Thieves.
I think the biggest thing is just going to be trying to handle how to play around the opera and Oxy.
Trade into these sites, scale up by taking crossfires and good timings.
Yeah, I mean that slow does deny Vic trying to swing out to help a player that's on default box, so that does,
it's important against, like, if there's an op player on the site, you can slow warp that spot and, then you can feel a bit more confident about playing contact into B.
All right. 6-3.
Okay. 100 Thieves. Hard fought round.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be tough because on these rounds, they were, Zelsis just gets flashed up. Oh, he's so blind, actually. That's
wow, he got rocked by flashes.
That on the replay, that he just connected a crazy flash to get in on that side. That
the difference between Vora having to flash to clear B main and having none left, and having them sort of in surplus to hit the B side.
Celsius got rocked by flashes,
I was just worried that they don't have the dash from Timotino, because I feel like we've seen that be a real negative when they're going for the big side execs. Yeah, where they're just slowly then going into the anchors and getting picked apart. But credit to Vora.
So the B hit is a thumbs up. 100 Thieves have definitely got that nailed down. Now, what do they have over at A?
Well, they have a Convergent Paths and a Trailblazer.
Okay, well, to clear out elbow.
They're just going to go right on in there. Vic forced out by the Molly right into the slow.
Yeah, caught inside that Convergence. Timo doesn't quite know where to shoot right now, but he has sight control. He can simmer it down a little bit.
One for one.
That's a great dual piece of utility to get the player out of elbow, exposed and caught. Just right out in that open. Vic going to go down from Cryo. Yeah, oh, what a shot. What a peek.
Okay, now where is Cryo set up? That's what we want to know.
Where is Oxy finding these kills?
Cryo in the pit. make his way back around towards screens. He's a little off the play here. Bang shows himself, but he's committed. He wants to keep pushing past those screens. Counterpit comes into play.
Big pick from Bang.
He's mindful of it. Oxy just dives in, but I think Cryo saw him enter. Tap on the spike. Oxy has to give it. It's good reaction from Cryo. Quiet map so far.
Actually, it was Cryo. Cryo gets 3 on the round.
Cryo puts him on ice.
It finally gets into the game. It has been slow for him so far. Hasn't really been finding working opportunities.
We needed that round right there.
Sitting on that pit for a couple rounds. Optimal time to get it down. I mentioned it during the round, but yeah,
let's get this ball rolling. Get us a 6-6 half.
Look at this from Vic's point of view. He got hit by that snake bite in elbow, forced out, so he runs into a slow orb. And he's lucky to get 1 kill against Austin, honestly.
Huh.
Okay. Well,
he
that's how
still got a pick though while he was full flashed.
Just random shot.
That from Cryo was nice. Fully decayed down.
I mean, that's just insane. How are you getting a kill while
okay,
you're
so
full
Viper's
flashed?
pits exchanged in that previous round, and with 2 more rounds left in the half, and still with an op to play with, Cloud9 definitely think it's time to call for this timeout because they've suffered on the B side. And we've just seen the usual
Teemo's
combo
got an
that's so
op now as
effective at
well.
digging anchors out of the A side of the map, right? You've got Saturate, Convergent Pass is always the option. Snakebite can be thrown there. There's a lot that 100 Thieves have
right
to work
now,
with
it's really
if
Oxy and
they
Vic
aren't
that are kind of
disrupted
doing
early.
everything for
Remind
Cloud9.
everybody about that Oxy swing past the Viper wall in A main that managed to cut down 3. Cloud9
You got Oxy going 14-5 right now, and Vic is 11-5.
And rounds where they get that B main control on the other side of the map have also gone better for them. They've been able to draw more of that util out of 100 Thieves.
They've really been the
trying
ones
to play the attacking Sage,
pushing the agenda there for Cloud9.
So something's got to give at some point for the defenders if they want to get more than 6 here.
I gotta say, I'm just looking at the score. I'm like, 200 Thieves, respectfully, do they really have 4 rounds?
Yeah.
Because this has felt so dominant for C9. But then you look at the kills, and you can tell why. It's because the rounds that 100 Thieves have been losing, they're just not able to do much of anything. They're being dominated by Oxy, by the anchoring. And yet they've still gotten themselves in a position where this is a reasonable half.
Should get healed up though,
The
probably.
pistol round.
Although Sky's on the other side of the map there.
Max out loss bonus, but they certainly won't be getting an op. It won't be a great buy.
So C9 are now put in a position where if they dare to take their B-man control, they have to re-clear it. They might just opt to leave Oxy over there to play contact, but that's
Let's see what Timo does with his op. Hey, Versace Dolphin, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you.
Op, by the way. Seeker's coming out.
Thank you, thank you.
Defense.
Glad to have you.
One's trying to get up into heaven, so that is pretty telling.
And with that Seeker info, perfect opportunity for Timo to get in, but the self-saturate, not ideal.
He's just going to go for it. The paranoia doesn't hit onto the elbow players, but what a guiding light that comes in.
Yeah, the cabbage just saved him from the damn shorty shot. That's
gonna get bombed down. 3v4 retake.
All right, here's the Reds. Timo
Take a
back in the game.
3v5.
Paint shell towards
with that
elbow. I think
res.
C9 have said stuff it. Yeah, we're done here.
Yeah, they have to save.
C9's just chalking it. They're
Even
chalking it up. They want to
dominating
save
this
that
half,
op.
winning clean
Keep 2
rounds,
rifles.
All of the kills. 100 Thieves.
Good
winning
round
that,
for the Thieves there.
Eco round and stringing 2 together. They've gotten C9 to a point where they just cannot afford to even attempt to find an inroads into a retake in a 3-on-5. Can't even. They don't even want to try to give.
All right,
Oxy
it's looking
an
like
opening.
at worst case here we get a 7-5 half, which I think is pretty solid for the Thieves based on how they started.
They don't get hit by the saturate. They're actually
like the casters were saying, they didn't look so great to start off. You would think that they would be, or Cloud9 would be up more than what they are. Oh, Cryo gets 2 there. That's good too. That takes away more guns from Cloud9.
Thieves towards spawn. Cryo just collects 2 free kills. So Oxy is able to save that op, but it's going to result in the other C9 players just getting Guardians. They don't have enough for rifles anymore.
6-round attack side here for 100 Thieves.
I don't know. Sometimes though, man, like Thieves, I feel like the Thieves get rocked by Guardians.
It's a cool execute though from
Sometimes a Guardian almost feels like it's better
switches to the rifle,
for
Seekers to
like these
get
high-end
info on
players.
Player locations, we can dash all that. It wasn't perfectly executed with the saturate, but still ends up working out regardless. They're able to follow up nicely off of him. That is something I think 100 Thieves really displayed.
Mario, you're surprised C9 didn't drop Zelsis?
On Team Matino.
I don't know much about like
that they're playing. It hasn't been
the Valorant. I guess you could consider it roster mania.
Playing off of him early.
Honestly,
has he like not been performing well?
Like Vora's flashes. Remember Zelsa's full blind?
I mean, I know he was
rafters in B. That was massive.
Pretty good on Sentinels. At least it seemed like that.
Up over to A, which means that
he hasn't.
Kind of things might be able to just walk this up a little more. Vic, though, of course, is rock solid in these anchoring scenarios, and is gonna have.
I mean, I know Zelsis is one that. Oh, what an op!
On, dude, like.
And we get out. That's huge.
And they're out of there.
I know Zelsis was kind of putting BTA against us when he was on Sentinels. At least that's what it felt like.
But I mean, that is a raise that has been removed. Pretty big, and especially some of these retake scenarios, and the raise has that.
This is 100 Thieves.
Oh, Destiny, how could you forget?
Really aggro for a
how could you forget Zelsis on Sentinels? He was like the one guy that trash talked all the time.
Properly. Yeah, okay, there we go. Paranoia and Guiding Light both committed. Oxy, though, just falls back to Raptors, but he's crossed out.
Oh,
my God! I thought it was broken,
what a
but it's Timo instead that falls to the ground.
Huge kills though from the Thieves there.
Zeppa's dealt with. Oxy gonna try and make a play out of screens here.
Get
9
that
seconds
rock
left,
down.
and Arsenal's gonna go for the plant. The wall broken down. Oxy's getting out close and personal. This time he means business. Around the corner, it's gonna be Bang waiting for him to step into that shot line, and he'll double down.
Bang with the just let him up.
The time.
Let him up, chat.
Gets 100 Thieves to a 6-round first half on attack.
The 15
just give Bang the op.
Not enough.
Let him go to work.
Insane air shot. Also not enough.
Just so what
C9
can't Bang
end
do?
this first half with the lead.
I mean, seriously.
World Championships.
Look at him.
My offer, Bang.
I'm telling you, I'm the best operator in it. They just don't know I'm an offer.
We're doing this
They
again.
just don't know.
Remember this from last week, yeah? Give this guy an op, and he will
Get him an
repay
op.
the favor. All right,
Fuck
let's
it.
head now to a halftime interview
Fuck
with
it, let him
Rivington
ball.
and EG's comp.
That's right, I'm joined by Com. I found him flanking around back there. I got a question for you. Initiators got hit recently. What's life been like out there as a game?
Jusso is in both chats. Jusso's cooking.
I think overall it's just interesting. Just kind of how you move about the game and how you want
Hey, I was saying Jusso 6-6 half is good for the Thieves here.
A lot different,
I mean, both games we finished at 6-6 half.
More than you could in like the last meta.
All right, so let's talk about the spikes we're getting from this matchup right now. What are you seeing first off, foremost? First map going 100 Thieves on an OT, but I felt like it could have gone anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I think this game, especially in like kickoff, it's whoever comes into the game like hot, essentially. And then also like at the end of this map, like we saw 100T kind of get some momentum. But again, I think it's really momentum based because C9 can take away and also 100T can do the same. So we'll see who comes out.
What's a way to kind of ensure momentum there? Because if they win this one, they keep going and keep going. And how do you kind of prevent that from getting to be too much weight, but also knowing it's what you need to do?
Just talking between each other. Like in the game, like as long as people are talking constantly and giving ideas, like you can't really stop your momentum. But if you start letting like the game and the momentum get to you, that's when like it starts getting hairy, you know?
All right, Com, thanks for the insight. Really appreciate it. Best of luck out there as the season comes to stage 1, and we are going to be throwing back to the match. So here it is.
Com's been in tournaments like this for a heck of a long time now, and he mentions how important it is to come into the game hot.
Oh shit, I should give Jusso a mod on Twitch. I don't know why Jusso doesn't have one on Twitch.
All-star coaches have to set
For being honest, that's a good comm out of you, Destiny.
Of elimination from kickoff, being denied again.
That's a good comm out of you.
To represent their region internationally.
An opportunity for the core of 100 Thieves to
Jusso's getting that mod as well.
On Cloud9 after they were knocked out
I got
by them in those
Jusso and Destiny here all the time.
Year.
Y'all gotta
Cloud9
be a mod.
ended their hopes of making it to champions.
Y'all gotta be mods.
Bang here is expecting that'll be a walk-up momentarily.
I got you, Jusso. Shout out Destiny for calling that out. I didn't even notice.
Some degree of foothold here in
we got a solid mod team.
But Arsenal will be sat on this guy's on the ropes. He's on the ropes.
We
guys.
do got a solid mod team. Shout out to you and Destiny.
He's on the bloody ropes. Forced back though by the paint shells. Or is happen to be down. Oxy's
Oxy is just ripping.
Strikes true on 2 occasions.
Timo's trying to pick
hey,
up
I appreciate you, Jusso. I appreciate you and Destiny for hanging out and modding the chat, keeping everything all set in stone here. It definitely makes my job a lot easier. Not that I was doing some of that shit anyway, but
into heaven to be a factor just yet.
Yeah, no, because he's been denied at the pearly gates for abusing ropes. Gets in. Finds his, backs off. Penny down. Cryo hoping for a
kill
from
Celsius. Asuna. Just nobody else getting any kills here.
All himself.
Can't use this yet.
Tough job. And he knows it.
You're throat maxing for sure.
All right.
Just to maxing on the ropes here.
We fall in the
pistol round picked up here for Cloud9.
Pistol round to start off the second half.
But bear in mind, they did the same in the first half.
Fox now up to 17. Give me the replay. What happened here?
Okay,
just trying to win out that duel. It looked like for a second we were with the bangs people, like, did Oxy just straight up kill him through the wall? I mean, he did, but he saw him first. We didn't know that earlier. Oxy is just an animal right now.
So far, look, Cloud9 have done what they need to make this attack side campaign successful.
Is it crazy I don't feel like too stressed yet?
Had some unfortunate timing.
Maybe part of it is I'm just too tired to be stressed, but I don't feel like crazy stressed right now. I think the Thieves could close this one out.
All classics for 100 Thieves.
Yeah, pistol round feels almost non-existent for the Thieves. But hey, what does that mean? We get more opportunities at Thrifties. Am I right? Am I right? That gives us more chances to win Thrifty rounds. Oh, that nade's gonna hurt.
From Saturate, it was Oxy caught up in it, and Arsenal was able to find the kill as a result.
Yeah, that nade was gonna hurt.
Found a way to do some work with his classics. Bang!
Penny is the player I want to see get.
Vora in the 1v3 with a classic. What do we got here? Ooh, wait, he might be able to get a slightly better gun here.
All right, Vora has the conch now.
Spike planted.
It's a stinger at least.
Make sure he doesn't miss anything. With the veritable Arsenal dropped at his feet.
Yeah.
There it is. Penny for 4.
That's nice.
Confidence plus only 2 orbs away from a showstopper.
I mean, good start for Cloud9 here.
Close to that alt
in the second half.
100 Thieves now going to be on their first full buy round.
Finally got guns. This is a round you want to win.
One nice thing, but
just to not let Cloud9 get too far ahead.
100 Thieves just try to act
Granny money line.
Not mad at that, but
yo, the best part about Yaya is I'm like the stuff that he's saying. I'm not even like tripping about
when the narrative
the fact that he's rooting for Cloud9.
Yeah, look at me.
Most joyous Emmy moment.
I think half of Penny's frags.
I'm not even
pistols,
upset.
And you can see it's affecting him a little bit. Wants to find a way to get into the game. Again, another random smoke kill, perhaps. Jeez, that is crazy.
Granny money line is crazy.
Just blessed in this game right now, for real.
Well, that 100 Thieves wall over on the A side of the map is kind of a dud now, isn't it? Losing a Viper off the rip is pretty bad.
Making 100 Thieves want to play in front of it, but these guys are cooked.
Dude.
They are just cooked. Not expecting the full 5-man rotation.
Playing so aggro for no reason, I feel like.
Yeah, we don't know how there's much more to say about it. It's good as bangers looked here.
No. No.
I do want to believe it, but no, these Cloud9 guys are always taking care of any contingencies. And so Zeppa will be the one that takes 4.
Made it fast. I was about to
ask. Yeah, not good to lose an actual gun round.
Discussion points for the inevitable save we were getting to, but no, 100 Thieves, they decided to try and be heroes.
I mean, is that going to be another Thrifty for the Thieves?
Fox is now going to pick up the Outlaw when we get back into this for the anti-eco. This is just
or an eco round, I should say.
An unfortunate kill in mid where they turn off the wall, so then I think that does kind of make 100 Thieves feel like, okay, well maybe
you don't have any stall util anymore, really.
Let's try and go see if we can isolate a kill in A main. Maybe there's a lurk there, or at least we can take the space, get some info that they're going towards B.
Vora's having a little bit of a stinker so far.
So a pretty important buffer that Cloud9 have been able to put together. And they've allowed their economy to really build. Oxy can have another round with the Outlaw. Zeppa's going to be max capped in terms of credits.
Frankly, you're feeling like C9 have to win this game. Like, this is their game to lose. They've won both pistols, and they just won a bonus.
Yep.
You can't ask for much more than that.
Yeah, I mean, Cloud9 is...
Let's not get greedy.
They win this.
They won both pistols and won.
They win this as long as they
I don't know.
They're just
they're winning all the rounds they need to win, whereas I felt like the Thieves
It is a round
kind of
like
did that last map.
Would be a just needless toss if they lose here. give 100 Thieves guns, get their economy back. Literally what happened on Pearl.
And that's why I'm way more interested in this round than I otherwise would be.
Yeah, I think
Destiny, you got right now. You got hands in a lot of
but 100 Thieves have
streams.
The wrong site. They're over on A, so it'll be free at least for C9 to get in here.
I don't know how you do that. I'd be overwhelmed.
Goblin his way in.
Just taking like a random pop timing.
Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Okay, Arsene is up in heaven. I think the action's going to come from heaven now.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. Get one.
If that heaven poke comes maybe slightly earlier. Big turn anti-flag.
Oh, what the fuck?
They didn't get eco. They won't be getting eco on that round.
I get it. I mean, like, he's got a better gun, but what on earth was that? That had me spun around.
Bruh, this is why Valorant pisses me off. What the fuck was that?
The fourth guy intentionally.
What the fuck was that?
Turn to anti-flash.
The last guy.
Cool. No, that's cool, man. No worries.
How does this
now
end?
Also get this at 0.25 speed and maybe 0.10 speed.
Bro.
They're all headshots.
How the fuck does he get all headshots?
Fuck you, steady up.
I mean, Vic isn't really the standing guy.
He's not.
He's the cool, calm, collected guy.
He's the cool, calm, collected 17 frag.
He's the
your lead mod for one person.
Yeah. So someone has
just lets me know when someone earns mod and I mod them.
Okay, well he definitely doesn't need.
Who are you lead mod for?
These because he is absolutely lashing.
I don't even know what lead mod.
7-7 here for Vic. Timeout being called for 100 Thieves because they've look.
Unless you're saying you're lead mod for me, I mean, which I think you're. I think you're like the lead mod essentially.
Blockaded by 3 different Cloud9 players in 3 different rounds. Some of them have been ecos.
You can VIP and mod as lead mod,
but not all.
Are you not lead mod in my chat?
C9 close to a bunch of ults as well. It's looking much better for them in that regard than 100 Thieves. Bang has his ult. That's not that relevant. They'll have a res at some point.
Maybe I need to make you lead mod here.
We'd love that.
You got the show, like they've already got
From the Shadows available here. I repeat.
Desi's definitely #1. That she is.
The op though in the hands of Timo. Something worth looking
lead
at.
mod is a hammer one.
A chance to remotely play
oh,
contact
I didn't know that.
Can he get into the side?
Yo, what's up, Drifty?
Or will he be forced out?
We won their map pick in OT. It was really close, but right now we're kind of getting bodied on our map pick. So
particular direction, he's going to step inside of his own.
Not the best. We lost both the pistols and the ecos after that. So.
All right, shot on Penny goes low. Bora deals with the Seekers and the Trailblazer and the rest, but Vic stamps his authority over on heaven.
That takes advantage of the info from that.
Just got out of your graduation. Hey, congrats on graduating. W Drifty graduation.
100 Thieves, they had to go for the throat note now, though it is time. Zelsus can't get in. He was trying to interfere with the players in heaven, but the Sage first.
We're getting kills.
Second, finally Oxy gets up there.
Yeah, they just don't expect that double flank, and it's planted for heaven.
Zelsus has to do something here. Is there a body block in play? Timo is just going to stick the spike, apparently.
All right. Let's go.
That was an important round for 100 Thieves to snatch up.
100T better win to celebrate? Yeah. I hope so, Drifty.
Out of the timeout from C9,
I hope
honestly.
so.
I like what they went for there with the showstopper, pop into sight. They have the Zelsus wrap towards ramp. He kind of exposes himself. So in heaven, they're not expecting a second lurk to come all the way.
We need a 100T win as celebration. I like that.
Cool
I like that.
idea. But the fact that they are immediately able to just remove Oxy is.
We keep pushing. 10-7.
Yes.
Only down 3 rounds.
It was hand sanitizer. It was actually glue. And so he's stuck like that. It happens.
Oh, what the?
Crispy.
That didn't even hit Vic.
Bye, Vic.
Dude, the flash didn't even hit him, and he still got the kill.
Or Prosness is far away from the right because he just used that, but Timo still with this operator posted down mid.
Yeah, just hold that, Timo.
Good position on mid. That was a real opportunity.
Honestly, crazy to see how that missed.
Oh
so
my
now you got to give up that.
How did he miss?
That rope room for the time being. But C9 are allowed into the middle of the map, sure.
Yeah, if you're seeing
I've seen enough. Give the op to bang. Boy got 3-0'd by the Ravens.
You
Ooh.
have no info on B main. Completely lack of control there. Oh wow, and Timotino just
Got a bachelor's degree in graphic design. Ooh, there you go, Drifty. That's what I went to college for originally.
He knows there's nothing behind the feint of Celsius. Okay, Penny with the shorty. Oh, Vora.
Vora.
That's probably going to be enough.
3 on the round.
Yes, it is.
Huge round for Vora there.
Great job working the map
Helping
there.
Thieves
Really
get the win.
C9
That was a crazy first blood from him, though. Throwing the flash out, it didn't even hit him, and he still jumped. He jump peaks.
So
Gets a
Cloud9
one
have
tap.
No access to that. They have to go elsewhere, but Thieves are just already positioned across the map so well. Timo misses that shot, sure, but he gets over to A main straight away.
And he gets that kill.
Yeah, gets the lurk.
Gonna make insane graphics like Raw now? Oh, dude, I love that, Drifty.
So now, bit of an economic.
When does LAT play? LAT plays tomorrow.
So 2 rounds is going to
They
be
play
great
tomorrow
for the mental.
and Sunday, I believe.
Hunter Thieves are starting to get close to some of those ults. Convergent Pass is one all the way. Viper's Pit is also going to be there. It's the kind of composition that doesn't necessarily have the shock and awe round winning.
Would you be down?
Like some other setups, but still
Help me with some like stream graphics. Are you able to do like stream graphics and stuff?
To be able to use a Viper's Pit to get out onto A for a retake, vice versa it'd be. Convergent Pass can be very good if you use it proactively.
Yeah, they play Valentine's Day.
A ton of measures available here to Hunter Thieves. Cloud9, I think
it is what it is.
Got those 4 pistol round kills.
Me too, Storms.
1 frag.
Me too. I've been waiting to see Neum actually play.
Greatest opportunities, I'll say, to be
I didn't get to see the scrims yesterday, which kind of sucked.
But that showstopper on that round, he's not really able to.
So I didn't really get to see how he did exactly.
Not able to find that kill, so still want to see this Raze get in. Oxy just having another dominant map back to back. He took it personally when he mentioned about how he was filling in for Demon 1. It's crazy, by the way.
See, Drifty, I went into like graphic design, but I went to ASU, and their program is like they've said for ASU, graphic design is one of their hardest programs. And I didn't know if I like fully wanted to do graphic design. Like I like graphic design, but there's a lot of aspects of graphic design that I don't like either.
Sunset, for example.
And the way they had everything set up, I was just like, dude, I don't know if I want to go through all that. Because you essentially had to like, you would go for your freshman year, and then you had to like qualify to continue the program after your freshman year.
Albeit an exchange of utility.
So your freshman year was essentially just like a tryout. And then if you didn't get accepted, you would have to redo it if you wanted to keep doing graphic design. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing all that. I don't even know if this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, so I'm not gonna.
It's kind of flow state, right?
Not gonna do all that.
Vora has here has been impeccable.
Oh my god. Okay, that is as awkward as it gets.
Horrible timing right there.
At least keep them at bay with the slow orb.
We might have cursed it.
30 seconds left.
Is
horrible timing for Bang there.
The open, C9 trying to get into this B side. Bang in hell, great first
shot.
Yeah,
Bang
gets
one.
Still able to find that frag and next to the round.
3v2.
Oxy with a touchdown. Crossfire is there. Asuna.
Oh, and then the Asuna spam. We'll take it. 10-9, baby.
That is.
Thieves are fighting back.
Just your mandatory 1 Asuna moment per game. You need 1 rope kill or 1 run and gun kill per 100.
Yeah, just so I mean, I will say the thing that I am excited about is that he does seem to consistently get more kills than like what Kenny was bringing into the team, which I do think will be a good thing. My worry is that that's not going to fix everything.
That's what we said.
Essentially.
Picking up
so we'll just have to see. I mean, we play Surge and I don't remember who else. I'll have to double check, but I think we play 2 of like the lower ranked teams to start off.
Really making this comeback work for them.
It's a nice little early round variation. We just talked about how Hunter Thieves would do that with the save.
Just waiting for C9 to drop their players in Val like they did COD. Do you think they would do that though? I mean, I guess if C9 gets knocked out, maybe. Oh, Surge and Ravens. See, I thought it was 2 blue teams. I wasn't sure which was the second team though. So Ravens could be competitive. They could be competitive.
So Cloud9's options are a little limited.
Hunter Thieves do have to play extremely spread though. This wall is about to drop, so
especially online.
over in mailroom. Team was supposed to watch main. Asuna has to watch this
good
rope,
kill
but
from
he catches
Asuna.
Zelsis going up. Oxy can't get the fast trade.
Oh, Asuna's just going to be a pain now. No one's here to play off of him necessarily, so all he can do is buy some time. Cryo could not help with a crossfire, but there goes the spike.
Okay, good
Back
pick
into
from
the pit he
Cryo.
goes. This is so frustrating.
Getting the trade, 3v2.
Cloud9.
Again,
Penny also makes
want to
sound
just
calls
get
with the
trades
satchel
going your
and
way.
is bounding across the site. Oxy was watching for a timing out of the Viper's pit, but it doesn't come, and there it is.
Bro.
Timo gets defibrillated apparently by the barrel of that operator.
Nice.
Oxy trying to get across in heaven.
Hey, that's 10-10,
Now we've got ourselves
folks.
an even game.
That's 10-10.
100 Thieves were forced to play so isolated across the map there on defense.
Thieves are locking in.
needing
They're
to
getting the round wins
get
when they
some
need them.
information at 4 different lanes. And still, despite that situation,
Slowly
they're able
but
to come out
surely.
on top, really.
We're sticking
I think
around.
Off the back of Cryo playing very intelligently around that pit, getting the kill, and then just being able to survive, wait it out, ends the round with that. Isolated 1v1 against Ox.
The boys got the energy right now, too.
I thought C9 were going to have that. They were picking 100 Thieves apart there for a moment.
Yep. That random Timatino kill in B main. Off Zeppa's swing, I think it was. That kind of costs him. So now, do we get another aggressive pop from C9 into B main? Do we see a TP forward?
Be right back.
Looks like they're more mid-oriented this round.
It is madness when you look at the scoreboard that the game is now tied and 400 Thieves. 100 Thieves players are negative KD. And you have a guy with 24 and 12 on C9. That just, again, just shows how
That is
dominant
kinda crazy.
C9 were early on. That those stats
We
are
have
still
4
carrying
players
over.
negative.
It really tells the tale of the game, honestly.
In the sense that the stats themselves don't, right?
Yeah. But Zemo posted up in B main, completely held right now by 100 Thieves.
I wonder why Sky is the only like Flash player
Or
that
unsure
you
whether
get
to double back. He's
told
not
when
quite
the Flash
certain how
connects.
deep up mid Cloud9 have yet gotten.
I guess because I was going to say because she's
very reliable duo of Cryo and Asuna over on the A side of the map.
what do you
It's
call
pick
it?
your poison scenario. for
Initiator,
C9,
but
it's either that or
so is
Cyanide.
KO, and
Austin
KO's
still
flashes
has
don't do
one
that.
slow orb that can be thrown down. This Cryo just tucks around that cloud. This though, 100 Thieves are on the rotate. Does C9 try to get in right now?
Surely not the Viper in the corner. Surely not. Just never the Viper in the corner.
Okay, we're
Asuna
getting
on the
trades.
crossfire there as well. Look at that reposition out to rafters.
Another big pick from
Oxy
Asuna.
battered.
25 seconds to work with.
This round was supposed to be Cloud9's
What a
game to
round
get
from the
back into
Thieves
game. Look
here.
at the money.
Yeah, we're getting to no time on the clock. Cloud9 obviously just forced to save.
Her util isn't refreshable. I guess that makes
Rush
sense.
push through that cloud. I don't think there was a
She has the
flash
worst
going
flash
through.
in the
There wasn't really
game.
anything to clear
Is it?
close, certainly.
They got Cloud
Is
Dario
hers
gets
considered the
by
worst
Cryo
flash
and
just
Asuna.
because
that free
it's hard to
kill,
like
and then
pop
while he's
flash
being dealt
or like
with,
you can't
Asuna
really
gets
pop flash?
The immediate trade. Sick little fight.
It's the
in main
easiest to
from him as
dodge.
Well. Wow. But C9 are getting
Yeah,
into
I
that
guess because
extra
you're
not enough
watching it
utility to
fly
work with
by,
and
so you kind of like
getting
know.
slowed down playing against that
It's just a
stage
matter
over
of
there.
like when is it gonna pop?
This could be it. This really could be it for
There's
C9 and
just
Kickoff.
nothing coming through. There's just no util there to supplement Vic's push. That's a sick shot from Asuna.
Just that reposition, and he gets that extra little bit further onto the edge.
I feel like as a player right now, he has been doing a great job in this support.
That makes
flexible,
sense.
But he's still giving
That
you
does
some
make sense.
vintage Asuna highlight moment shots. As 100 Thieves finally managed to
This is
take
why
over
I am
this
not
game. C9 still with his loss
involved
bonus
in
there.
like
Just buy
balancing
after buy
games.
After buy. And this is a crazy B pinch play that they're on for.
Vic's going to be forced entirely away. This,
But it's not even a B pinch. Vic is just on an island right now.
goes low. Asuna could be patient about this, maybe hoping to work on Cryo. Where's that showstopper supposed to go?
Okay,
got Penny.
Thieves getting the
Again,
kills.
Another Sage ultimate shot, rather Ray's ultimate shut down. Not good.
Huge.
Bang is a turret in the back of the site, and Zelsis
Oh, Zelsis is just ripping
wants
the
to
ult
curl
here.
up inside his own pit and let it be done, but everyone tries to
Oh my
challenge
god,
him.
he
He's
gets
found
3.
in the
Are
round.
we trolling?
He is low. And Bang is that guy.
Second time we're into
Are we
Zelsis'
trolling?
first Bang 1 versus 1 clutch situation.
I mean, definitely feel like Zelsis is happy to have this pit set up. Off the spike he gets, now to wrap on around. Bang has to dig him out, but he's got such a good sense for this, Wyatt. No way, man.
Oh, dude, what is that timing?
What an unbelievable timing from Zelsis to
What
turn
is that
around just as Bang was
timing,
getting around the
man?
corner, just as he swapped to the knife. That is sickening.
So what is that? I want to say in this half alone, 4 rounds in which a different Cloud9 player has gotten a 4K to win the round. Oh, yeah. There's a tilter.
Dude, he literally pulled out the knife for no reason either. Like, there was zero reason to pull the knife out at all.
Losing a 3 versus 1 right there. And it's been a slow
dude,
game
that's
for
a
Celsius,
round
but
we
he keeps
needed
Cloud9
to
in it. Now they
win,
want to up
man.
the pace. They want to get right into this B-side. Penny is just dancing everywhere with the satchel in.
Yeah, but he's been fodder these last couple of rounds. Victor's able to get in. More importantly, Cry with a timing off for after. Messi back and forth fighting, and Cloud9 trade up.
We just tried to match the pace on that we just trolled so hard.
Dominated, trying to get back in. Cloud9 players posted
we need
up on all of the right
a crazy
angles.
pop-off from Timo here.
Timo wants to go for this. 100 Thieves have enough money.
There is a saturate here. The rub being that Timo's got an op in hand.
And he's eventually going to have to contend with this classic high-low double face.
Okay.
This is the jump peak though. Surely a rifle
like
exchange.
this.
Yeah, he knows, I think, now where the rest of these C9 guys are. Refract ready, sees them. He knows they're there. Swings out. It's still going to be a high-low setup. It's still going to be dangerous, and time is still short. Gets his one.
God.
I mean, that's a good attempt out of Timo there.
It feels like that is going to be hard to break in the best of times for the best of players, and so Cloud9 go to map point.
That was a good attempt.
In the series. Pearl went to overtime. There's every chance that Split does too.
What an, insane attempt from Timotino.
He will be proud of me.
You can feel them fired up after Celsius keeps them in this series.
You ain't the one, baby. You ain't the
with
one.
that clutch. Keeps them in the tournament with that clutch damn near. They immediately go into that round just playing with some fire, with some aggression on that execution.
I love it though. It's good comms.
He has the judge in hands, but pops his ult, so he has the off.
Seek is for Zeppa now as well. Cloud9 have the tools to make the informed decisions on this round. And
Timo just
looks like Timo just got some info there.
Mid.
He sees nothing in
I
run.
don't know exactly what he saw.
Yeah, it feels like because
That's
he has
the big.
refract up, might as well just
I
go
love
for
it.
an info play before it's expired.
This has allowed him maybe to pull back towards the A side of.
Yeah, it feels like 100 Thieves have the right idea right now because you can see 2 players tucking back sight.
Got Viper and Sage over here.
2 longest standing members.
Asuna has ult as well.
Trying to lock this down, taking another map to OT.
The Seekers have trained on 2
no,
players.
and
On the
Asuna
A
gets
side for the defenders now.
picked, dude.
Has to try and stand
Oh
tall.
my
He
god, we just
Celsius bowls him
trolled this
over.
map.
It's on to Bang.
Oh, we just
And in a
trolled this
flash,
map.
just as 100 Thieves looked like they'd caught up, and we're going to take this game away. It appears we're going to be treated to a decider.
It really felt like the lead that C9 had was being squandered, that this would be their last map of Kickoff, that they were just going to be suffering
we
that
just trolled this map,
familiar,
dude.
tragic fate. But we are going to be going to Abyss unless Bang can pull off something unbelievable. The time is low. C9 players are everywhere.
Paranoia is there, sends it off, and Vic,
he doesn't even need to see in this game to get kills. He has been
all in map 3
on Split.
He is the immovable object to the unstoppable force. And 100 Thieves finally are slowed down. There's a chance to breathe
literally
here
just
for Cloud9.
the timing is
and
just
both of these
so
teams have
unbelievably
taken each other's
bad.
maps in hand.
The timing was
And they'll
so
send us to a
unbelievably
decider
bad for Bang.
With the winner to move on to take on
He
NRG.
had a
Early in
freebie
this
if
game
he's
when
got his
Oxy
gun up.
was just dominating 100 Thieves on every defense round. We would go to the hot mics, the cams, and Celsius was joking about how he was getting carried and boosted. Smiles on his face
that's
because
tough,
they were winning.
chat. That
All
is
of a sudden,
tough.
The game was slipping out of their grasp.
We
and
really
he makes
needed
what
that
might
one.
be the play of the tournament for C9 in this entire run that they've been on to keep them alive.
Such a volatile map though, because there were so many moments when individual C9 players have to step up and legitimately take the round over. Sick stuff from Vic again, great anchoring, really hard to get this guy with the jitters, and Oxy did not have to go so nuts in that second half. Big step up from the rest of the team. It takes a lot to slow these Thieves down.
Heading on to this next map, I have no idea who's going to take it. This game is as close as it gets. Absolute banger. Neither of them wanting to go out now. They're getting so close to having that qualifying opportunity.
2 teams that have suffered the heartbreak of being eliminated at this stage of the tournament far too many times before. One, though, will advance to take on our world champions, and we're going to find out after this. But for now, we're going to go to a break, going to break down a second map, and then we're off to Abyss.
All right, chat. Anybody in the Twitch stream? The prediction is up. Who do you think is going to take map 3? You get to bet your channel points. Start slinging some channel points. I know we got some gamblers in this chat. Abyss is our permaban. Yeah, that's a little scary. Oh man, dude. That round for Bang. That round for Bang. We needed that one. We really needed that one. That one hurts us for sure. That one hurts us, chat. -2.5 Cloud9. Is that the odds for them winning map 3? Is that the odds? Yeah. Dude. The Thieves just gave up too many big rounds there. They didn't win either of the pistols. They lost both the ecos. Just not a great map out of them overall, I would say.
Still a player to be dealt with backside. Smokes to launch Shupa inside as more support comes in, but it doesn't matter. Timotino on fire.
Need to lock in on Abyss here. Have we even seen the Thieves play Abyss so far this stage? I don't think we have.
This is ridiculous, Vic.
What's up, everyone? We are outside here at the party, and we're at the Pulsar booth here at VCT Americas, hanging out, checking out some gear. If you're looking for some gear, want to play like the pros at VCT Americas, check out Pulsar. They have a lot of cool stuff. One of the mice here, the ESFS1, on what is now probably my favorite mouse pad. You know, people talk about having edges and not already. They have pretty seamless edges on these, but no edge? Do we see this? Guys, like, get in on this. This is crazy stuff. Really high quality.
Yeah,
Super
Drifty, we
smooth.
did
Somebody
lose that map.
It feels like a Cadillac. Yeah,
Bang got a really bad
timing this thing right into
in a huge round. That I think if he would have gotten the kill, we probably would have won.
Try your hand too. Add a little bit of aim lab contest. They do have this going on as well. If you score the highest,
they just had all the momentum after that.
Quite a few things you may want to put into your stock of your arsenal rather on your computer desk. What better way to test this stuff than to actually test it? So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now at Pulsar's demo station that's down here, where you would try to get that contest through. So let's see what we got. Oh boy.
I can't lie, I would not want to do this.
He's crazy with it.
Hey man,
I'm
don't
horrible
let
at
Father
aim
Time
labs.
confuse you. He's still good on the sticks.
No,
all right? He can still hold it down.
Wally with the camera in the background. I see him.
Baby Bay of Valorant in that sense.
I guess so.
He's getting that work
You see
in.
100 Thieves
Got
as they get
Ryan.
ready for this next matchup after falling in map 2 there to Cloud9. Cloud9 now certainly feeling good after that close win that they were able to pull off there on Split, but we set our sights toward Abyss. Welcome
Dude,
back,
both
everyone.
maps were
Let's go
so
ahead and dive
close.
into what we just
11, 12, 14.
Split, shall we? Because it was a weird game. Honestly, just a weird game. I was sitting there watching with you guys, and it felt like it was weird. Like at points, it was 100 Thieves felt like they were in the driver's seat, but then Cloud9 took control, and then it was like back and forth and back and forth.
I mean, it was literally 6-1 to C9, and then all of a sudden it's 6-6 at the half, and then now we have 100 Thieves going forward, but then C9 finally wins a pistol. It was definitely all over the place.
Yeah, very really back and forth here.
I think it just goes to show how close these teams are in terms of skill ceiling.
Yeah, it really felt like 100 Thieves was on the verge of bringing that back. They had a really great reads on their
I'm curious to see what our comp is going to
be. Getting the right stacks, but this was the round that broke the game open. The Zelsis 1-on-3. This
is what did it right here, Drifty.
Brutal timing for Bang. I felt like what Zelsis was doing here was so readable, and Bang was going the right spot. Pulls that knife out at just the wrong time and loses the round that really won this game for Cloud9.
Yeah, I mean, right after that, you saw them just going for a straight up B hit and just getting shut down immediately. And then same thing towards
the enemy team can't hear you swap weapons, can they?
But they just got like
they can only hear you pick up
I feel like that's
or
the
drop weapons.
Part is just rushing B right after, because you know
like him swapping to the knife doesn't make a sound, does it?
I mean, you even saw Bang like big
because if it did, I don't think Bang would do
after
it.
that, and then got traded out, even though he got that pick. I think it was that's the kind of calling that you really only get in like matches and like on land when you know they're resetting, you know they're tilting. Do something that might not be optimal, but is so exploitative in those moments.
100%.
Yeah. And hey, listen, credit to Zelsis there. Great performance from him, coming up clutch when the team needed him most. But on the other side too, for C9, you also had one of the top fraggers for the team. You got to talk about Oxy on this squad. I think he put out a +11, Emily, I want to say, on this one. Great performance. Him and Vic really were diabolical in this match.
The whole team felt so good on this first.
Yeah, they had
in the mains, and
the
Cloud9
roster on their back.
Job at getting these first picks and punishing them. You know, we saw him taking the deep line A. We saw him fighting towards that B main, going for a little bit of a reclear.
It's almost like my groin
too. 100 Thieves apart that when they tried to go into an exec later in the round, it felt like they were gaps in it. They were missing utility, they were missing players, they were missing trades, and it just fell apart for them.
And that was one of the main reasons they also won their second pistol.
Some of the core workouts I did the last 2 days.
Really good round for them to pull up and out of that lead, because it was 6-6 at the half. So he really set the tone and set the pace for himself here. And also, we saw that he did a lot of it without having to get set up. He just kind of did his own thing, was proactive by himself, did a lot of those hero plays, but it worked out.
I hate that his wrist rest is bigger than his
very
keyboard.
Good into this 100 Thieves comp when they're largely playing the
his wrist rest
solo duelist in the way like
where
they're going to succeed is when they can get closer
bigger
to
than
choke and just full exec and get out. Their execs look really good. That's something you were lauding them for.
No, I really liked all of their utility usage. It felt like they were using the sage slows really well, so that the players, the anchors, couldn't fall off site. They were stuck having to fight on site. They had Viper mollies, they had the flashes and the waylay utility to just be used all on site and kind of just
disrupt secret lab or razor chair. Are you talking about me, Destiny?
Was when they were trying to go for these hard execs. They didn't want to use util to clear the mains because they know the execs were so strong.
This chair
is often in this position where they're just kind of flipping the round on gambling if the chamber's there or not.
When I sit in this chair for too long, my tailbone starts to hurt.
For C9 in these early rounds. Once Team Atino is dead, these
it definitely doesn't help
struggle
that
so much to actually
I got
scale.
A fucking
we were talking as well, Myrna, about what we wanted to see as far as like getting those big rounds, right?
I'm
the
like
pistols, you know, the
SpongeBob when the bone sticks out of his butt.
And we were seeing that
as
well come from the C9 side as well.
Yeah, it felt like they had a really solid idea
with
of
a
what
little
they
padding,
wanted to
I should say.
And a lot of this A heaven splitting from C9 looked really good, really being proactive and making sure that they deny them getting even onto that site, because they know, like you said, as soon as they have that sage util down, when they have a lot of those things kind of playing for them, it's really hard to get.
It's like spot on, Destiny. That's exactly how I feel sitting
like
on
a complete 180 from first map, right?
chairs.
They won both pistols. They even won a bonus on that second half, and the fact that they were able to do that, but still have such a close game with 100 Thieves is a little bit concerning for me, because if one of those pistols didn't go their way, this could have easily closed out for 100
That's the same thing we could have said about map 1.
I mean, the pistol, literally, the pistols won that game.
Cloud9 should have won map 1.
That gave them the
100 Thieves absolutely should have won
two
map
rounds
2.
to win
But now
by.
we get to go to a map 3, which GB is such interesting territory for me.
Even if the Thieves just take one of them.
That 100 Thieves has been banning a ton. We have not seen their abyss whatsoever in 2026.
And you said it was a trap, Myrna, right?
I did say it was a trap, because listen, if you're on a team, you have a permaban, and then all of a sudden, you're not permabanning it, that's a trap. You've worked on it. You've either, number one, worked on it so hard that it is now your best map and you want them to pick it. Or number two, you've seen how they play it. You have a solid game plan. Even if it's not your best map, you know exactly how to play against
in some sense, if you're the Thieves, you almost have a little bit of a benefit because Cloud9 has nothing to work with for the Thieves playing Abyss, whereas if Cloud9 has played Abyss a lot, the Thieves have good info to work off of to try and counter Cloud9. It's the same thing as I've said, like, why I think
I hope they did, because
Challengers needs to be able to compete against the CDL or whatever, because
once you kind of get those stun lines down,
you're going to have a slight benefit in the fact that Cloud9 is kind of in the dark here. Cloud9 doesn't know what the Thieves are going to do because the Thieves don't play Abyss, whereas Thieves have an idea of what Cloud9 is going to do because they've played Abyss.
To help fight into sites or to help get past those choke points is gone.
But I also think that, you know, when we saw Zelsus play the Breach, he did so good at supporting his team, being literally A and B almost at the same time, throwing the stun out and allowing them to anchor a little bit better. You know, they still have the control with the Astra smokes, and it's not a double controller like we're kind of used to seeing, but I think it almost worked for their playstyle with how fast they were and how willing they were to kind of just flood onto site rather than play that full.
But if you have a player who's also IGLing, who's trying to play Breach, and is struggling sometimes to get those frags, do you want to put him on an agent who is like almost near impossible to get frags unless you're full flashing for
I mean, your argument is if he's not getting frags anyway, why not put him on the
guy's out there cooking right now.
True. However, he's predictable. I mean, he's just gonna stand and spawn
MBS
like
has a damn play sheet, like he's calling for the NFL.
Since it recharges, they have it for the full exec on the other side or a full retake. I feel like it's just a lot of utility to try and come back.
My biggest issue with it more is if they give up the double smokes for it. I think the double ball smoke comps where you're playing Omen Astra are so good on defense, especially because you solve mid conditioning by always having smokes to obfuscate there. Your anchoring becomes so much better.
Dude, I need to get
agents.
some hand
And on
warmers
your
like
attack
that
side, it also solves mid control
when I'm
because
playing
you can
games,
always
because I just have so cold of
in that
hands.
area. So I think it's
I have cold hands, cold feet, cold extremities.
But like you're saying, if the prep is there and they haven't changed,
I don't know what that means, but I feel like it's probably not a good thing.
About this C19, both teams honestly ripe with conversations and topics because there's such storied teams that have been competing in the VCT, looking for those moments of success. Will it come today? As a matter of fact, we had an opportunity to catch up with Oxy about making this lower bracket run to Masters.
Hope the comp is good for defense. I just hope the comp is good.
Now,
in general.
It's gonna be very grueling and very like exhausting. But the importance is that we need to stay keep our vibes and our columns, everything at a very high point, and try to keep that throughout all the rest of these games because they're gonna be back to back to back. So we need to be grooving, moving, and flowing. So that's what I think is what we need.
And we need to shut that down. We
Listen
need to
here,
shut
baby, that's
that
how I lived
down
my life in the
quick.
90s. Grooving, moving, and flowing. Okay?
90s.
All right, friends. The
Unk.
winner moves on to face NRG tomorrow.
In the
loser
90s,
has their run
Unk.
come to an end. Map 3 is coming up right after this. We'll see you then.
He's Unk. Damn, they're playing a fucking banger in the background. They were playing a banger. I know, just so Unk. I wasn't even born until 2001. It's so weird though that like my brother, like for example, born in 2007 is 19, bro. It's actually wild.
A series like this come across your desk.
It's actually wild to me.
That have really depended on individuals turning up and showing out. For Cloud9,
it just doesn't even
four
feel
different
right.
individuals with 4 different 4Ks
I mean, I'm gonna be
in
25.
that second half to secure
Let's see, we got Cryo on Chamber, Bang on Astra, Vora on Teo, Asuna on KO, and we still got that Teemo Waylay. I like that. I like that we still have the Waylay.
Ever represented VCT Americas in an international.
We are going up against a double duelist, though.
It's over. This is everything that we love about Valorant, all packaged up in his last
Oh,
map.
Cloud9's win percentage is only 33. So they're 1 and 3 on it.
Yet played on, so we're seeing their comp for the first time We're going to get Cryo
That could
on
be
his
good
iconic
for us.
chamber where he made a name for himself all the way back to
That
the
could be
days
good
on
for
Exit,
us.
where he was dominating with Zekin. So we're going to get him on
2004
his
kids
best
suck. Damn,
agent.
Destiny.
And the rest of what we're seeing, I'm not all that surprised.
Destiny
Double
got beef with
initiator,
kids from
single duelist, that's
2004?
the bread and butter of 100 Thieves right now. Timo
What's that
on
about?
Waylay. Super strong agent on this map. What a cool matchup this is, though. We've had multiple one-on-ones between Bang and Zelsis.
What's
two
that
of them
about?
Departing from Sen and then rejoining their old cores and now battling to try to get to a position
Let's
to make it to an
go,
international
chat.
event.
Can I
Something
get
they
a
both
W
did
spam in chat for the
all of
Thieves here?
last year, but joining teams that
We get a
are
W
always
spam.
so close.
We get a pistol round.
Trying to get them there now. Wow, fighting mid straight away.
The 1-for-1. Pop flash around the corner. We're going for Evora.
A lot of 1-for-1s here. We're still committed here.
It is as even as it gets. These two teams are mirror images of one another. Look at this. Walking up mid is Oxy. Cryo, though's been able to pick Zelsis out of the mix, and Oxy knows he's about to get double swung on now.
Oxy's already ripping. That's not good. He got 4.
4 kills for Oxy, man.
Bang. Does he read this?
The one that you want to step up.
Bang, you gotta get 1.
We'll deal with Bang.
Bang hasn't won a 1.
God,
He hasn't won a 1v1 today.
Unbeatable. I know he'll always just finish it with a smile on his face. He's never out of his
He's
seat.
typically
He's
so
never getting too
clutch,
crazy.
and he just hasn't won a
Genuinely
1v1 today,
just
man.
Another day in the office.
That's
with Vic.
so unfortunate.
He's that guy right now.
Look at how dialed in Oxy is. It's been a really weird kickoff for him. Pretty disrupted. Family tragedy in the mix. Has to step out of the team for a time. Comes back in.
And he's playing
Yeah,
some of the best
we
Valorant
are
we've
not
seen
getting
in
a
his
clutch
career.
at all.
So determined.
Period. Already have 4
We're not
kills,
getting any
outlaw in the second
clutches.
round. And much like I was
Unfortunately.
talking about Cryo being on his iconic agent of the chamber, we have Oxy on the Jet.
And we can't get a pistol either. There we go, okay.
Wow.
Big
What
pick
a
from
sharp
Cryo.
shot there. And Mitch, must I return to the map 1? 100 Thieves echoing Cloud9 constantly narrative. That was the difference maker. That is how they stole Pearl away from C9.
This is the kind of map where you can get away with that, but something we also highlighted on that
I mean,
map.
guns
wide
are just
was
gonna be
Zeppa's
tough.
Anchoring. Incredibly effective.
Guns are just going to be tough
Both
for the
he and
Thieves
Vic
here.
at separate times, most of the time over the course of this series, have been a real, how did Golden Boy put it? Spanner in the wheels for 100 Thieves. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Oh, what a shot.
Okay,
Fast
we
on
get
that,
the
but
trade at
trade
least.
From Asuna just as quick. They're going to be able to recover the shotgun.
Not good enough for C9. They can't be affording these kind of trades. They're down a player. Zeppa's going to be forced out of the site here, slowly but surely.
We know where Zeppa is, and yet we're still peeking it. Okay.
Shenanigans as per usual, but Cloud9,
All right.
they land the plane.
We knew where Zeppa was, but we still decided
Just
to peek it.
narrowly, it felt like, but with 100 Thieves really lacking for util, they had no opportunity to try to get on that spike. Overwhelmed by C9, pushing back in through heaven. That's nicely done. It started
I mean, they had gun advantage there, so you know, not really expecting a win.
Was huge.
A round
yeah,
win.
Never had been forced out of the side overall security at that point, so we needed activation from heaven. Now it's just full adrenaline.
Look at this. C9, they want to go for an aggro B play. They're sending everything right on to Cryo, and he's caught because Oxy gets into Nest.
Yep, Zelsis as well.
What an awesome play to bring out straight into your bonus round.
The fault line is so sick there. It sets up that kill entirely.
Okay,
you
good
love
trade.
the breach look on this map. Not every team wants to go for it.
But Oxy really,
Good trade.
perhaps even over pushing. Maybe
Yeah,
not with the
bomb
spike
down
going
as
down
well.
A, but regardless, Bang does just catch him. Bang now on a long rotate to assist. As C9 try to slowly work their way
These are
backside.
pretty
Look at
spread
this, just
out here.
creeping in. A couple sheriffs, weaponry not ideal. 100 Thieves mostly cut off in main.
Look at the passive tower hold for Timo. He's not in there
Ooh,
at
good
all.
molly.
Really. There's so much post
Good molly.
First up, the KO fragment. Zeppa. Took 2 shots, but he does get Timo in the end.
Stun coming out from Vora doesn't connect. Here's that.
I mean, the
second
Thieves
piece
just
of
have so much to delay here. Open spam.
But what can they do?
Not a damn thing about it.
Thieves just have so
Zeppa
much
here
util
has
to
try and
buy
chase for some
time.
kills. He knows he's going to go up to the blast. And 100 Thieves get
It's a good
in
round.
on their gun.
That post play
Needed
already
it. We needed
feeling
it.
very reminiscent of Pearl with 100 Thieves on attack because you have Austin on the KO again. He's keeping that molly, and Bang is going to be really exceptionally late.
We needed that
coming
one.
to the site. He might be going for backstabs in the future like he did on Pearl. Staying alive because you want to be able to just throw those grab wells, pull someone off from defusing.
I mean, you have so much. You also have the Teho util late in the round to interfere with these defuses.
It's just infinite delay when the spike goes down.
That's what I was saying. They just have enough stuff to delay.
It is verging on
Sometimes that's all you need.
But it's effective there.
Focus on get the bomb down, and then let's just waste as much time as possible.
Some would argue we have reached cringe territory.
It's really a matter of perspective, I feel. Oh, I love that.
All right, Oxy's just like not missing anything.
Cryo gets force-fed the silver spoon this round.
100 Thieves are going to immediately peel off towards the
Just straight up diffing Cryo.
On the rotate towards Bang, who's just been containing over towards B. Still has to be weary as well about mid. You can see him on the minimap trying to work his way there now. Penny on the site, playing this waylay. Hasn't been a great series for him so far. Certainly hasn't been a liability by any means, but this would be an opportunity to step up right now, anchoring this site.
I like this.
These are taking up some space here.
He wants to double back.
I don't think they know waylays back here. Oh, big 2 from Timo.
That is huge. Penny just...
Ox is already in. He's just slipped the net. Might have an opportunity, but he can't connect the blades. And Vora protecting Asuna as the spike goes down, this time for real.
That first blade hits, that's all looking very, very different. The C9 anchors, unfortunately, just got incinerated here, Wyatt.
C9 will have no money if they lose this round. Vic with only 50 credits as he walks in here, doubled up with Zeppa, trying to rotate on back sight, and Asuna shuts him down.
Oh, he was trying to put something
where
together
Vic
with Vic. I can
is.
kind of see the vision, but in execution, it falls apart. And Vic says, there's just no point wasting my weapon.
Bang just playing for a freebie. Love it.
Bang.
We love that out of the boys there. Back-to-back
flank.
rounds,
Again,
tying us up at 2
feeling
apiece.
Like Pearl. That time he didn't need to do
Gonna have the
anything
advantage
too
here.
proactive, just cut them off on the retreat. Remove that rifle, even the kill from Ox, that's just not enough to get them the round.
Starts so well, doesn't it? But this
second kill onto Penny is nuts.
Penny does not expect the second flash as he tries to move out onto the site. He has to double back awkwardly.
This comp is so good.
Onto Timo.
Dude, I hope so, just so I hope you're right. Again, I don't know a ton about comps, but I think the good thing is they, like I said, they have a lot of util that is good for delaying offensively, and I think it'll be good for delaying defensively as well.
They're the 2 players with the most assists per round right now in Kickoff.
They're tied, as you said.
And a lot of it is the chaos. We saw that on map 1.
Whereas like C9, it looks like their util is probably more for like retakes.
It is an open B side. It's Cloud9 opted for the gamble stack
or
towards
intel.
A, has not eventuated. So perhaps collection of orbs and a... We might have expected a leap off the map here, but perhaps they want to put Oxy's hero rifle to use in some way.
Yeah, that is definitely the plan as the spike goes down via Vora, 2 away from getting the Armageddon. Cryo's hearing a lot of noise in mid and is
via Vora.
Just, take a shot off of that, and it's free.
Oh,
missed the second shot, but takes one out.
Caught inside that oil slick.
Yeah, now at this point, do C9 want to go in? Do they want to lose players and give orbs on the Thieves?
It sounds like a resounding yes.
Yeah, and that has resulted in Vora getting a free kill with the missile. So now just
Vora's only one away from ult. Same with Cryo.
Timo, saturate. Yeah, that is delicious. Wow.
Good spray transfer there.
I
know it's only against classics.
Turned into a bunch of floaty nebulous orbs.
C9 can clear areas of the map really well. Yeah, that's probably the biggest thing for them is playing that retake and
they're a little bit set up for this spot.
Playing for info.
Snappy.
But I think Thieves, the upside with the Thieves is they can play very passive with some of their characters.
Must win for
and just continue to delay everything.
That full bonus cash if they lose.
While still being able to get some type of info.
You are divided.
Even still, instant cosmic divide going down over towards A, making it seem like they're getting in and C9 have bought it. They have bought it.
Little chip damage there for
it's
on the bridge.
Timo. Nothing crazy.
Setup, which is something that with 100 Thieves.
Now he's taking all the space B here.
It's something they can play for. Just a plant and spam the spike. Like, listen, I'd buy it if I'm C9. Seems reasonable to me.
They can do that over at B2. It's fine.
Cryo playing super forward, doesn't have a TP, but he does have a flash. The counter flash from Zelsis keeps him at bay.
All right, this is going to be
the
the
command in.
side. Null command, so makes it hard for the retake. Here's Cryo.
Cryo gets one.
Bounding his Oxy. It's going to be Victor find that frag, though. Is the convergent pass. Zephyr suppressed, but able to avoid the saturate here and knocks the head off and bang. This is going to force Timo to tuck now, and Arsenal's in a pivotal spot, but he's spotted out early, and Vic will clean him up.
Got pinged as well.
Player advantage here for Cloud9. Here's the cringe. Brace yourselves. And Vora does not want to allow for this defuse. Celsius sub!
Oh my god, he got it? Oh my god, Vora clutched! Yo, the way they changed the camera, I thought he died.
Let's see where the frags come from. We see the
oh my
Apollo,
gosh.
That is a clutch moment powered by Red Bull. I
Let's
think the Cloud9 would sooner forget.
Yeah.
Oh, you hate to see that happen.
Oh my gosh, Vora just went huge.
You really, and
bro, I didn't even realize he stayed alive.
Over on C9. He's so close.
Oh, dude, so close.
Oh my god.
Let's go!
He didn't even think he was going to win that one.
Doesn't know.
He thought he lost that one.
Just happy you got him.
How do you bounce
My
back from
honest
that?
reaction.
Yeah, I mean,
he thought he lost that
I'm
one.
tilted into lower Elf orbit after that one. I am a geostationary satellite after losing that round. Buddy, boy.
Cloud9 taking their first time out.
For the next round, if they get the spike down again. Just more stuff.
Vora's having a hot start, 7-2. He's one that normally starts off a little slow, so that's good to see.
Really be.
I mean, his util is really good for, again, the game plan.
Elated NBS looking after that previous round. Getting a chance to come out here as another European coach who's going up against a European coach. To show
I feel
that
like MBS has been a good coach so far.
And at the helm of this team of cracked
He
out
seems
gamers,
more straightforward than what
Zix
Zix was. No disrespect to Zix.
Honestly, giving them
I know
chance
Drifty
to break
would
the
disagree,
ceiling.
but
They've been kept down by up until this point.
MBS seems like he's locked in, like he's not messing around.
Reliable core players of the past, 100 Thieves injecting new talent from TSM into
Ooh, another clip, W Destiny. W Destiny.
Both teams have seen benefits from the moves they've made. They put them in better positions.
Sorry, I know I'm a little more low energy today. Like I said,
It is early in the year.
Didn't get great
Both
sleep,
teams
so
have sought to raise
a
their
little on
ceilings.
the tired side.
Look at this engagement we might get in main.
MBS actually is a Val coach, yeah.
Ready to
Yeah.
dash away if necessary.
Okay, he does need to do so.
And off that drone, he just does not want to risk anything. Certainly can't blame him. Oh,
Ooh, good spam from Vora.
Painful.
He was a League of Legends coach.
Slowly relaxed on.
I think Zix is like an assistant coach would be good.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know if they even saw him at all. They heard the tailwind, of course. So
I think having like an actual
guesswork,
Valorant coach though is still a big deal.
Say it's better to be lucky than good.
Like I think
when
if
you're
you would have had
both,
Zix just
feels like you're unbeatable.
backing up MBS or something like that, it probably would have been fine. But it does seem like he wasn't
I'm
like
so
the
closely
best
at the minimap, and I really
head
don't see
coach
anyone
for
there.
Valorant.
You know what? Squinting? Yeah. Do you want to draw that on the telestrator? No.
It doesn't seem necessary anymore.
Okay.
They're in there.
Take space. They're all completely on
Something I've
beat.
noticed here, remember Cloud9,
And
I'm thinking back to Pearl.
Vora is still
Cloud9 actually
alive.
run into some
He
of these
doesn't
stacks
have
of 100 Thieves.
his
We cast a fair few of these 100 Thieves
stuns or
games
what,
in
I don't even
Kickoff,
know what
and
they're called.
Generally speaking, Vora is
I don't
making the
think.
correct call 9 times out of 10.
But he does have his ult.
In lieu of information.
So my guess is they maybe play his ult here.
4 on 5, but with the Hunter's Fury.
Hey, I
with
appreciate
the
that,
Rolling
just
Thunder,
so.
they don't even
You
want
as
to
well,
go for it,
Destiny.
and I can't help but feel like it's because
Glad you guys enjoy hanging
one
out
of the
here.
things of all 5 players alive. Okay, they have
Obviously,
to make a
I
full
enjoy
rotate from
having
A,
everybody
but
here.
this pretty big map.
It is.
You got to run pretty far.
They could get caught anywhere on the way.
We'll probably be a little more energy tomorrow,
They're running into
especially because it's COD too. I tend to
Armageddon,
have more energy for COD, I would say.
Crabwells, spamming through like there's going to be no time. I honestly can't really blame them. I think the majority of the times they're even with those ults, they're not going to win the retake.
It's just where their economy is right now.
That was such a good
lose that
spam
round,
from
they lose
Vora.
their guns, they're going to bleed
And if
another.
they lose their ults,
Yeah, just so LAT plays tomorrow and Sunday.
IGL differential, no?
I think we play Surge tomorrow and Ravens Sunday.
Yeah, I mean, he's referencing.
Can you argue?
He's referencing.
Can you argue those facts in the marketplace of ideas?
I believe.
I don't think
It could be the other way around.
Cloud9's idealing has been dragged down to the town square and exposed into the sunlight. But I mean, that's Zelsis we're talking about. A true veteran. Someone who's been around the block more than a few times. And Vora is the upstart, the interloper, the new blood.
Austin just early on.
And he's taking a ton of
tosses
space
top
here
flash over
mid.
towards A main, and then it's straight to B for 100 Thieves. Right into the side,
Oh my
Timo.
gosh, what a pick from
Vintage
Timo.
entry for him with the dash. Shorty. Armageddon just clears out back sight. They're not going to save it.
Interesting.
For the post plant.
I'm kind of surprised they're not saving that for post plant.
I mean, Cloud9 definitely can't be saving again. They do have this Rolling Thunder and this Hunter's Fury. So Zephyr firing is off. Timo is getting up here.
Nitty team killed.
Okay, can you bounce back from this? No heaven pressure. It's Oxy walking up and out onto the side, and 100 Thieves are in full Crimbit mode. They are sat back with this post-plant util, and Oxy is going to walk into a concave. It could not go any worse.
What a round.
America's
What a round from the Thieves there.
Moment.
An unbelievably
Yo, what's up, Hood?
reference from you. You've been hiding your true
Yeah,
age
Vora's
this whole
looking good.
kickoff, and you have just let everyone know. That's crazy.
Love that for a game 3.
Bro, I mean, that's, wow, that's sad. Honestly, what I was thinking during that is if I'm Imi, am I calling
dude,
a timeout
that's
again?
so unfortunate.
Am I calling a timeout again already?
Zeppa, bro, why is Zeppa stealing my kill? Why is he stealing my kill with his ult?
Oh, that's funny.
Trying to deny the potential ace.
CDL feels ass today.
I
Well, what? It was Optic in Boston, and then Ravens in Koi, and then who's the third series? What's the series going on right now?
I think that clutch round has sent them reeling.
They have still
Koi,
really
dude.
They 4-gun saved and then shot their own player in the next round.
Yeah, that's
Koi might need to make a change.
They're one of them.
They might need to make a change. Everybody's worried about Thieves,
They
but
got another one active. They desperately
call me crazy
need
if Koi gets rid of Real, they might pick up Kenny.
We've seen crazy comebacks like 10-2 down.
We have.
NRG, the first game in Champions. Remember that one?
Yeah.
I think they
We've
could.
seen stuff like that.
That was
on this map. Oh wow! Look
What's
at
the
this
map count?
Like, dash in.
For FaZe Miami?
He's caught. He's hindered.
It's 1-1. Okay.
He's out.
Or are you talking about this Destiny?
Nice.
He's safe.
Abe for Joe.
He's safe. That's a sick little trap play.
Joe is
Simple,
not.
but very
Joe is
effective,
not
just
leaving Koi
popping the
Storms.
paths off the orb tap.
Are you saying like you would give up a BZ for Joe to Thieves?
Flash out of these smokes. Oxy tries to timing the drone, but Timo is ready.
30 seconds left.
Okay, triple flash out of this smoke, you say? Okay, Penny's only good for the
he
one.
tried to refract.
3v3.
Wasn't fast enough.
Still got to get bombed down.
Okay, now, is there any world in which you're rolling Thunder a 3
Oh, 2-0 Miami. Oh, so probably another 3-0.
To use this demo. It's also
Great.
been sitting on it. They've got to get a little bit of info, spot out a player, and
And it's only a 3-match day, isn't it?
Zelsis goes down.
Dude, how did Vora get that kill?
Just a dry double contact push from 100 Thieves into backside.
I don't know if they're ready for Vic though.
To go for it, no! Vic gets pickled.
Oh,
I hate to see it.
shit.
Zephyr down to 53.
I can't with that one.
Huge.
I can't.
Wow, these are looking good so far on
It's
offense.
really feeling like the mental is crumbling. Little
Storms, I don't think Koi is getting rid of
tragedy,
Joe,
excuse
and
me,
I don't
just
think Thieves
the
are going to get rid of a
compiling,
BZ.
you know, the
I think
Katamari ball of misery
that's
is rolling
probably
and
not the
collecting
play.
round by round, Mitch.
Joe is Koi's best player. They're not going to get rid of
play,
him.
but Oxy, like you mentioned, tries the timing, the stealth drone, and gets punished by Timo, who's just
I think
not born yesterday.
the
Young
Thieves
teams.
play should be stick with the BZ. Hydra might leave in the offseason. If Hydra leaves in the offseason, you go after Joe to Thieves, and you have a Joe to Thieves and a BZ sub duo.
I think he's holding a
That's what I
proverbial
think the
skull
play
instead of
is.
giving a soliloquy to it. Yeah.
Now, C9, Imi definitely needing to call a timeout.
Damn, ripping their second timeout, and it's not even half
I
yet.
don't feel like I'm hard coping talking about the fact that this is an attack-sided map, and we have seen crazy comebacks on
Joe had a
side swaps.
0.8.
But it is
I mean,
I'm more worried about C9 mentally right now.
I still think
honestly,
Joe is their
even
best player,
the
even if he had a
potential of them
bad
getting,
series
like,
today. I think
trying to make a run back when
they're
they get
another
to
team
attack.
that
I
is
am more
just
scared
like
about
struggling
them
right now
not
because they
having
can't really find their form.
Fortitude to make it happen when they get there, because the way in which they're losing.
Only chill. What's wrong with C9?
I will say
The Valorant team
bounce
right
back on
now,
Split,
or
though,
the
does
COD
represent
team?
that grit.
Or I guess
that
both.
resilience
They
that
are
you
technically
need.
the same
It can always
organization.
just be one moment though that changes everything.
Yep.
It's that Celsius clutch that changes everything.
Kind of wish we
It felt
kept
like
the
this
old
was
roster,
going
but
to
just
be a
add
2-0.
Scrap.
It felt like C9 would have already
The
been
old,
off the
but
stage.
what do you mean the
but
old
then he
roster? As
suddenly
in like
pulled out
the champs winning
sick
roster,
play.
like Kenny,
C9, 'cause,
Draza,
like, they need something like that again. They need a
Envoy,
player
and
to
Scrap,
do something
or
crazy.
Hey, you know what,
like
though?
the
Everyone
MW3
hyped up. They got
roster.
Rolling Thunder this round.
Yeah,
Again.
they've been sitting on
Bad
that
Scrap.
for a while. Oxy is the knives as well. There's a nice shot from Vic.
Good trade from
He wants
Vora.
to get more.
Vora's gun is hot
Playmaker.
this
We
map.
have a server full of shooters
but
here, Wyatt.
C9, it feels like in this moment they're just trying to make heroic plays. Vic and Oxy, they're not aligned there. The Rolling Thunder is coming late. It's going to force 100 Thieves out of the site. But
So the
they
MW3
still
roster,
have Bang alive. They still have 2 missiles from Vora.
the one with Joe.
Arsena can flash them in off this as well. 100 Thieves have everything they need. Some info there at least gained.
And what, you get
Refractor
Scrap
away from
instead of
Penny.
Nasty?
Mobile Pulse used. Cryo noted up on that high ground, and Zephyr still wants to challenge anyway. Not bad through the box. Some damage too. Cryo is down. 100 Thieves have got to get busy, get active. Surely they can double swing off this. But Celsius will be pulled
Okay,
off the
using the
spike, and he
util.
knows he may as well just go and fight because there's no time otherwise.
Dude, I mean, the
100
Thieves can just
get themselves
delay,
to ace.
delay,
And the
bro.
misery continues to be wallowed in by Cloud9.
Vora is at a casual 14-3.
I mean, I
just
think that
alive
would
in every
I think that would have been a
post plant,
decent
getting
team.
free kills.
I think it would have been pretty good.
Vic gets this great first kill, but then just rushes
But I
in,
think
wants
the
to take
BO16
another
we
fight.
had probably was
Oxy
better.
Isn't seemingly ready to play with him. He's too far back. Then
Honestly.
he tries to take space. I mean, I understand Emmy's frustration there. They can just.
Dude, what you got against the
moment where they
MW3 Thieves? They
can
were actually
play
good.
For a retake with the Rolling Thunder, they have
At least at the end
backside
of the year.
control. Like they can accelerate and just get in with that and outpace all of the post plant utility.
Yeah,
by
Dexter
pushing
Vora
them in and
feels
fighting
good
them
this
all
map.
together. It's
Which is great to see
tragic
because
round
he.
for C9 to throw
I wouldn't
away
say
after
he
a
looked
beautiful
bad in the first
shot.
two maps.
Amy
It
does
just
not like the
he wasn't getting as
protocol
many
that
kills as he
Cloud9
is right
undertook
now.
there in that defuse attempt.
And this is
He's winning a lot of
what I mean, where I
gunfights.
feel like the mental is slipping, where players are just trying to overplay, trying to make too much happen.
And
That
Oxy,
trade is
open and
too
kill
fast.
every round, but it's been traded out instantaneously.
Vora again now at.
But Hood, you
50
realize
on
like
board.
Ghosty
Again,
and Joe Deceives
Arsenal
were
one away
both
from null command.
like,
They've got tons of tools.
yeah, they
in
were young bloods,
arsenal
but they're
right now.
both going to be like superstars
But at least for
in the
C9,
league.
got a couple players
So
posted
if you
on
get them
these
early and you can
Celsius
build
players
around
and
them,
ready to swing off
that's a
Celsius
big
off.
deal.
They're gonna know. They're gonna
Joe
see
was
all this.
Joe was one of the best players in
And
Black
it's
Ops
a
6.
defense side cosmic divide. Ooh, Zelsis
That is true. Destiny
But in the meantime,
spitting.
Cryo is up
Destiny
mid
spitting.
and
They
kills
place better
Vic.
at champs and
Puts a push
EWC.
out of A main, but they know the player did that. I
Destiny,
think Zeppa just
Destiny's spitting
hit
facts
the
right
trip.
now.
No, I think I just caught that at the very tail end on the minimap.
I think
but
they're aware.
He's now into the site. Does Cryo expect
There's a timing.
this?
Cryo's not going to be ready for this.
Has to turn
Oh,
around.
oh, that was
Just
huge.
one tiny frag. Could have been enough there. I think
Oh,
the clock is
dude, the timing for them to start running.
There's two players jumping out. His placement gets broken. And now 100
Oh
Thieves
my
looking to notch up their
gosh.
9th round. And at this point, C9 probably feel like they just have to go for it. They need something. Something to hang their hat on. Something to get the juices flowing.
Looking like a 9-2.
It's on Penny, who has not been able to be the difference maker nearly often enough in this series.
Nice, man.
No
Let's
exception.
go.
C9 are just going to be hoping that when they get to attack that this
Look, Hood, I'm
double
not
duelist
saying like
comp
if we
playing
had
with
the
breach can
opportunity
be
right now that I would say I
explosive
think we
enough
should
to
go
run it
after
back
Joe,
in
Krem,
this
Scrap,
game.
and
The only
Ghosty.
two rounds right now are the
But what I
pistol
am
and
saying
anti-eco.
is I think
Wow.
that
Elite domination on these
that
gun rounds.
MW3 team, if we would have
The
just
100
picked up
Thieves game
Scrap
plan
and
is
kept the
working
rest of them,
perfection.
I think it would have been a really
Vora's
good team.
calling so well.
I mean, look at how good Krem,
Cryo opens
Joe
that round up
Deceives,
with the mid-kill,
and then
instant
Scrap and
pivot
Ghosty
over towards
played
A is lovely.
in Black Ops 6.
17 frags in 11 rounds.
Joe was one of the best subs in the game.
the IGL
Kremp was
of
probably
100
the best
Thieves.
player on his
Mental
team,
push down from C9 over towards B.
and
This
they
one
would have had
balanced in the loose end.
better chem.
Taking that back.
Wow, and it looks like 100 Thieves actually want to go back towards B.
Oxy's been the insert left.
Want Scrap, Hydra, Abizi, and Ghosty as my ideal squad. Yeah, and unfortunately, we're probably not going to get that. I don't see Ghosty coming back anytime soon.
He's dead. All right. Something there. Here comes the null commander. Oxy's going to be stuck in this position, and he knows it. Pinch
there we go. Bang for 2.
And Penny is just collateral.
They're playing close, and their escape mechanisms are just turned off by that null command. And the Guardians not going to be effective in those kind of duels.
With so many KO maps in their pool, 100 Thieves are going to be able to punish this stuff regularly.
2v4 retake for C9. This should be around for Thieves here as long as they don't troll.
From a Stinger to a Bulldog, not looking good for their chances at a retake. Imi's going to have to give C9 one hell of a motivational speech during this halftime to get back into it, man. Mentally, and then from there, win a pistol, and maybe this double duelist comp can make something happen.
Zelsis, flashpoint off the line.
Dude, they could just delay for so long. Oh my gosh.
Zelsis doing well here to be hard to kill, but eventually the Headhunter finds its mark. And
you know Vora's just like cheesing right now.
He has no interest in that. Simply trying to get too busy with the Bucky, and off the map we go.
Cryo just jumped off the map.
Maybe it's
for every tragedy, there's a handful of comedy. Yeah,
maybe they can laugh instead of cry with that last moment. Just
Vora's a raid boss right now. He really is. He's like unkillable. What they said? I think it was like 17 and 8, maybe 18 and 8, because I think he got one more that round.
Maybe. Ah, yes.
And look at the grin. He just do.
Again, doesn't matter on the end. It is a 8-round difference here at the half.
Yeah, 10-2 at the half. Great for Thieves. We love that.
This is a highly attack-sided map. Always has been. 100 Thieves here. 10-2 is the score.
This is heavy attack side. Okay.
The first half, but after the pistol entire.
So I mean, 10-2 is a good lead, obviously, but we've seen us kind of troll 10-2s. So
no matter which way you slice it, only
let's not do that. Let's not do that, huh? Let's close this one out. Keep us trudging along, getting closer and closer to Santiago. What, if we win this one, I think we have, there would be 2 more matches if we keep winning. I'll be honest, my ideal team for the Thieves would probably be, I don't know, man. I would love to have Ghosty back. I think if I say ideal and what I think would be realistic, I think what would be realistic for the Thieves to do is I think they probably lose out on Hydra. And I think if they lose out on Hydra, they should try and get Joe Deceives and have Joe Deceives partner up with Abizi. You obviously want to keep Scrap. And then yeah, this is where I don't know. Because, like, we'll have to see how Neum does. I think if we keep Neum, that'll change some things. And it just kind of depends on how he looks this year. But if we're talking, like, other ARs in the league right now, I really don't know who else I would want to pick up, like, to play with the Thieves. Or, like, to play alongside Scrap. Because I think Ghosty was a great pairing, and I just don't see it being likely that he comes back.
In recent memory for
I mean, I would take like Rencor for sure. However, I would take a Rencor.
No strangers to stumbling at the finish line, to choking in playoff games. It's the reason why, or part of it at least, that they've never represented Americas globally.
I don't know. I think it'll really just depend on how Neum does. I think if Neum does really well, then fuck it. Let's stick with Neum. He's young, and if he's got a gunny, then hell yeah. FaZe got 3-0. Damn, so we just got 3 3-0s on a 3-match day for COD. That's kind of That's kind of trash.
I must state the obvious. If 100 Thieves win this, it is curtains damn near for Cloud9's run.
I'm kind of surprised that Miami beat FaZe though.
So close yet so far. And on this exec right now, right into heaven is Penny. That's a great first kill.
By the time in the 0 point, Timo just
Timo gets 2.
In the smoke, randomly finds a kill, refracts out. Vic's going to be able to trade it at the very least, but now it's Penny and Oxy
3v2
on this Cloud9 attack side, and that spike is not to hand. It's a disaster. It's on Penny.
Huge. That is a huge pistol for the Thieves. We haven't won many, but hey, that's great. That puts so much more pressure on Cloud9 now.
A exec Asuna backside
so much pressure.
Really well, supportive to his teammates, and Timo with that
retake on Abyss is hard.
I feel like that's
there are a lot of like
stun into the dash was
choke points and stuff,
but Asuna
and just a lot of like weird angles. I feel like
office players. Timo getting that one through the smoke. Come on, man.
Team is very good on paper. You talking about the COD team,
right now?
Dexter?
Talk about pressure. They have no choice. They're just going back to the straight up A rush again.
Yep. Rush it, cover it with smokes, make it hard to get back here. But Vora is ready and waiting. The
Vora
Spectre
gets
is well
2.
apportioned on this round. Cleans up 2, and Oxy steps into the line of fire.
Let's go,
the
dude.
The ball be good for 100 Thieves with a slightly better Arsenals.
Let's go, man.
Sat on his own.
Everyone from 100 Thieves just there straight again. 3
I agree with you, Dexter.
They lose 1, and he's replaced
I agree. They are a good team on paper.
100 Thieves just complete brick wall on that side.
We'll just have to see how Neum looks with the rest of the team.
It'll require 10 rounds.
From what I saw, our subs were still
this game to OT.
Still had some moments of struggles in the scrims. So
for this decider map, we go to Abyss. We haven't seen 100 Thieves here. They bring out this comp that was just a nightmare to play against in the post plants on attack, and it has got them in position to continue their run in this
Timo
bracket.
with a huge first blood.
Tried to be the head of the spear. He was snapped in 2 instantly. Big damage off Cryo.
Another
there.
big
It's
take
easy
from
to pick up
Cryo.
Vic, and Oxy doesn't feel like he has his heart in it anymore. But he's in the side. Looking for
3v2. Thieves heavily have the gun advantage now.
Would have to be pretty miraculous.
Just have to play smart here. You don't want to give up any freebies.
Teammates on the
Definitely don't want to give up a gun.
With any kind of rifle holding that Guardian. Zelsis, who's IGL'd this team to this point. First time picking up that role, getting the spike down, 3 versus 5. To try to stay in this tournament, to keep the hopes of qualifying for an international alive. But 100 Thieves feel ready to dash them. They have every advantage in the world going for them right now.
Here it is, flood back onto this B site with a bit of Clash Util in the mix. The
Good trade.
would be enough for 100 Thieves. That's all
Let's
they
go,
need.
baby.
In fact, they do it one
That should be GG.
And these Thieves steal
Yes,
dreams.
man.
100 Thieves will advance.
The Thieves stay alive.
Of a best
We
of
keep
3
pushing along.
to face NRG for their crack at international glory. Heartbreaking stuff. for
We keep
C9,
pushing
who again
along, chat. That's a huge
penalized
W
short.
for the Thieves.
2 insane first maps. Both teams stealing the pick from the other.
Oh,
OT
we needed it.
on Pearl.
We needed
But I
it.
think this last game representative again of this new era.
I love
of
it,
the Thieves
chat.
we're
I
seeing
love it.
Under their coaching staff of MBS and Doombros, where they have come into Kickoff, debuting maps where they're running comps.
So
that
now
just
we have, I
utterly
believe,
destroy
2
the
more
other team.
matches,
It
like I
reminds
said,
me
if
of when
we keep
first saw their
winning.
Corrode. Now we're first seeing their Abyss.
We're 1 step
and they were
closer to
just so
Santiago.
dominant on
I
that
think our
attack.
next
Aura
matchup
ends
is going to
up
be between
19-6 for that
maybe
game.
either NIG
Timatino
or
right
NRG or
behind him, 2
MIBR.
newcomers to 100 Thieves, newcomers to Americas.
100T and
their
LA
hopes
team
of
might be
making
playing
it
at the
to
same time
Santiago
tomorrow.
still
Oh
alive.
no,
And it's a
that's
story
not
of
great.
selfless leaders and veterans
That's
in this
not
team who
ideal.
step aside into those just roles where they're looking to
We
set
play
up
NRG
playmakers
tomorrow?
Like Timo. Vora comes in and gives 100 Thieves a
Ooh,
look at
shit.
an IGL that can frag out, that has insane mid-round.
I didn't realize
that can
Valorant would
read
play
opponent
again
stacks
this
So they
weekend.
can safely hit these sites on those anti-eco rounds. Whereas 100 Thieves, these thrifties,
I mean,
have
we've
come
showed we
far
could
too
beat
frequently for their
NRG.
opponents. Cloud9 really lose momentum. Can't build
And it looks
staging
like they're
ground, but they
starting to
keep getting
find their
dug in
rhythm a
by
little
these
bit.
half buys, these
Again, I
classic
feel like
rounds,
their map
backed up
pool
by
is pretty
Util, an
deep as
excellent
well.
calling for a player whose calling is
Which
beyond his
is
years.
really
in Vora.
good. That's going to help you
For Bang,
go a
potential to
long
continue
way.
The run of making this would be the 4th international event in a row for him after last
The
year.
schedule ends this weekend.
Still, Austin and Cryo, you mentioned it, picking up.
Oh,
these
so
flexible
if they win
roles,
tomorrow, they
they've
play
been
again this
looking
weekend?
So good. It has allowed the other players like Timo to be in position to win, but they're also individually looking so comfortable there. Like they haven't skipped a beat. Asuna still had some heroic moments in the series.
Then we'll have to try and be locked in for that.
Consistently throughout this entire run.
We'll have to try and be able to show both.
Circling back over towards this map, it feels like we're off into the pistol round, and these two teams are just throwing themselves at each other. It's this clutch here. After the
yeah, Robbie, that map 3 was the best they've looked all day.
1v3 with ridiculous util setup and timing.
They were in complete control. I think it was like I was saying, they had a little bit of an advantage regarding Cloud9 has no intel on how the Thieves play this because they haven't played Abyss at this stage at all. So
that they are
this was kind of a sneaky map for the Thieves.
That are simultaneously putting players on roles where they're really
they were somehow able to let that one sneak through.
More KO. We're getting more cryo on.
If Thieves win against NRG, they play MIBR or Furia. They play MIBR, Furia, or G2.
And sadly, at this point,
and
as we've
all of
done
those
multiple times in these lower brackets of
will be
playoffs, we
tough.
have to say goodbye to Cloud9.
All of those
they
will be
burst on the
tough.
scene, of course, having to be pitched against NRG.
But that would be the
reigning
last
champions. But they showed
that would be
great
the
results
last one they would need to play, though, right? If they beat NRG.
But they honestly, they suffer some
in order to qualify.
He has to step out for a time, but he comes back in and looks incredible. And in the meantime, it was Demon 1 who really made this team look very, very strong.
I mean,
that
NRG, if they beat them, that could bring them a ton of momentum.
Come in and get the work done.
That could bring them a lot of
momentum. We are setting our sides ahead on the rest of the day for 100 Thieves.
I mean, we didn't play MIBR or Furia, did we?
Interview with Asuna.
I am joined by 100 Thieves, Asuna, as they KO Cloud9 here from Kickoff. Let's start where it ended, on Abyss. You guys finally bring it out. Was it a trap card? Was it something you had or just something you never got to?
Oh, okay, so we're chilling.
Okay. You know, it's a good map for us, so we're just confident. And yeah, we somehow got into the pool, and I think we got like some of our best maps in the pool. And yeah, we got to show it off for the first time in Kickoff.
Oh, looked pretty great. Got you the win today. Talking about you, very vocal on stage. We can hear you from the audience. You're always talking. Is it something you're focusing on?
Yeah, Daryl, we went map 3 for the content. We just had to go a little farther.
For what your position on the team is?
Yeah, I would say it's actually trying to do the opposite a little bit. Just talk a little bit less, let the players play, and just finding a more better balance. And, you know, obviously on stage, it's just trying to calm everyone.
So, Dexter, you think G2, like we pair up against G2 the best?
You know, being assertive, you know, and helping out Jordan as much as I can because he's such an insane IGL. So just trying to find where Jordan would want my voice. And yeah, that's like the goal right now.
And final question for you, kind of with those young players coming up on the team, have you learned anything from them, or are you viewing anything differently as you played alongside them now for Kickoff and practice?
Yeah, I would say, you know, the new guns, they brought their own system over with the coach. So honestly, everything we play is how they see the game. Right. So there's not really, you know, obviously with map and micro stuff, we'll bring stuff from 100 Thieves, such as, you know, our bind. You know, we're very confident, you know, how the core plays that. But everything else, the way we play the maps and, you know, our philosophy would be, you know, our coach and the new guys. And yeah, we're just trying to make sure everything works well and we're all happy, you know.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the insight, Asuna.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the win. Best of luck versus NRG. We have more to go through for today for VCT Americas. It is Furia versus MIBR.
Really, you just got a feeling that Furia is going to take this one? So whoever wins this series qualifies for Santiago, right? Since they're the higher bracket. Okay. And then who would, I guess, how would it work with because you mentioned G2 as well. So Furia, MIBR, would it then be Thieves play NRG, and then the loser of this coming series would play G2, and then whoever wins that would be who the Thieves would play? Is that how that works? Is that how the bracket falls into place? G2 is middle bracket right now. Oh, so is MIBR and Furia upper bracket? Is that what it is, Robbie? Okay. I didn't realize MIBR was still upper bracket. I guess I probably should have looked at the screen. It does say lower and upper bracket. Maybe if I would have paid a little more attention. That's on me. Okay, so gotcha. Winner of this qualifies from upper bracket. Loser of MIBR Furia will play G2, and whoever wins that qualifies from there. And then the loser of them would play the winner of Thieves and NRG for the losers qualifier or the lower bracket qualifier. Okay, now I think I get it. Now we're putting the pieces together. Now we're dialed in. Okay. We started to figure it out. It took us a minute. But we got there. Okay. Well, let's go. I mean, we're knocking on the door of Santiago. The Thieves keep pushing along. They're getting closer and closer. And NRG, we played them already. We kind of know what they bring to the table. I definitely think the Thieves have slowly gotten better. I feel like they've gotten better each series they've played. So I think the Thieves have a good opportunity to take down NRG. It's obviously not going to be easy. NRG is a good team. We saw that already. But having experience against them already in this kickoff tournament, I think does play well for the Thieves because it is hard to beat a team multiple times. So I think the Thieves, with how they've been improving, have a chance to beat them. And then at that point, like we said, it's up to Furia, MIBR, or G2. And we faced G2 already as well, and we could have beat them. So I think I kind of agree with, I forget who it was that said it in the chat. I think Dexter said it. I think G2 is probably our best bet if we're able to take down NRG, just because we've played against them. We kind of know what to expect. I think if we go against MIBR or Furia, it's going to be tougher because we haven't played them, and it'll just be different. MIBR seems to be kind of insane right now too, from what I've heard. So we'll see how that goes. But I don't know. I'm excited for this Valorant team. They look pretty darn good. They've looked pretty darn good so far. Finishing top 5 with a new roster and new coach is a W. Thought we were gonna go out at least top 8. Dude, and I think the Thieves could qualify. I really do. Obviously, they're going to be tough matches. I think odds are we probably do finish, in the 5th or 4th spot here, just because, NRG, G2, MIBR, and Furia are all really good teams. So no matter how we kind of run into it, it's going to be tough. But I think they have a good chance against NRG, and I think if we get to face off against G2, I think we'll have a good chance against them. So we'll just have to see how it goes. But we got COD tomorrow. So if you guys are interested in Call of Duty, we will be watching COD tomorrow. And then we got Valorant facing off against NRG tomorrow as well. So we'll be watching that first, and then we'll be hopping over to COD once the Valorant match is up. I do really want to, I don't know how long the Valorant match is going to go, but I want to be able to watch the COD match because we finally get to see how Neum looks with the rest of the squad on the main broadcast. So I want to get to see how Neum's doing, how the team looks with Neum added into this roster. And I believe it's against Surge. So it should be pretty straightforward match, if we're being honest. Thieves should kind of wipe the floor with them, even with Neum being added in. But we'll see. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in, Hood. Hope you have a good rest of your day. See you tomorrow. They shouldn't overlap. Yeah, I'm hoping they don't. If we beat NRG and get top 4, we get a champs point, and that point could be very huge. Okay, so I guess that would be a win in and of itself, even if we don't qualify for Santiago. Getting a point for champs would be great because we definitely want to make champs. That's the big one you want to qualify for. And if you can come in as a new roster and get top 4, get a point to get you one step closer to champs as well, that's a pretty big win in comparison to what the Thieves normally experience. All right, let's see. I'm going to see who's live because I don't ever really like raid people. Should I maybe try to raid somebody? Well, I only have one viewer on Twitch, so maybe there's no point in raiding anybody. And all the people I would raid are not live. All right, well, that's going to do it for me today. I appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't already, be sure to like and subscribe on the YouTube channel. You'll get notified for every time I go live, and you'll get notified every time we have a new YouTube video out, which I am in the process of trying to cook up some more videos. So be on the lookout for those. And if you're watching on Twitch, be sure to follow the channel so that way you get notified when I go live on Twitch as well, because we do multi-stream. So whichever platform you like most, we're on it, except for Kick. I'm not on Kick, but you know, that's tough luck, I guess. But yeah, that's going to do it today. Hope you all have a good rest of your day. And I hope to see you guys tomorrow for the Thieves and NRG series, as well as I believe the Thieves and Surge series. If it's not Thieves and Surge, it's Thieves and Ravens for COD. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, everybody.